going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Wait. No.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, okay? You don't come on here and you don't change no music without me.
Yes.
First of all, I'm gonna be the first one. I hate it, okay? Coach, I hate it. I hate it.
You hate everybody. Who gives a damn what you think, man? Yo. Hey,
listen.
That beat sound real familiar, man.
Wait. Okay. Is this Nyght Ryder's own produced track, or did you steal it from somebody? I saw you, Nyght Ryder. You stole it from somebody.
No, the hell I didn't. I might have sampled somebody, but I ain't steal that shit.
You see this? You see this, Ant? You see this? We out here stealing on AFN now.
We
That's what we doing. I don't want no smoke. I want no smoke right now from nobody down there. I want no studio smoke.
You say we stealing, we be wheeling dealing, and you can damn drink a little wheeling. Niggas are fine.
All right, you're gone.
Yeah, not early.
Y'all get ready to come out of the day.
But of course, let me hold on. Let me go chop this. Let me bring it all the way back. It's Sunday. You know what that means. It's your boy, man. We got a lot of things to talk about, particularly maybe for the next hour and a half. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how long Coach stays on because Coach is already chewing. I need to know what you're eating already and what the temperature is, Coach.
I don't know what the temperature is. I ain't got my phone out.
This is
a Nature Valley sweet and salty.
Whoa. You did what? Sweet and salty?
Soda bar thing, man.
Title of your second tape. Yeah, I set you up, Coach.
That's what she said. I like it.
Nuts.
There it is. Nuts. Is it nuts?
I paused that, Ocho.
They got almond. You like fucking got almond nuts. They got cashew nuts. Got peanut. It's almost better than almond joy. No.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Hold on. But wait a minute. Wait. Coach, have you ever had a Klondike bar?
Yes.
Is it
no for a Klondike bar?
No, I want to know. Is it good? I never had one before.
It's good.
What you bullshit?
Yo, dead serious. You know what, Ant? You see what I do?
Hold on, bro.
Go back. Now look here.
You ain't never had a Klondike bar?
See, I like Twix and stuff like that. That's my stuff.
Klondike is ice cream, man.
It's ice cream.
Oh, I go to the ice cream truck, man. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I gotta get an ice cream truck, man.
Yeah, that ice cream truck be a little bit goddamn different.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about our ice cream truck though. Our ice cream truck down here, they sold all kind of shit. They had more than ice cream. They had ice cream, shit. You get pig feet, and they sold collard greens on that motherfucker.
What the hell?
What?
Yeah.
What?
You can buy collard greens off the ice cream truck. Like
that's a bootleg truck.
Yeah, like fresh, like fresh grown collard greens.
That's that hood rat truck.
That's a grocery store.
That's a real food truck right there.
That's Piggly Wiggly on wheels.
Piggly Wiggly?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Why y'all pushing? We still got Piggly Wiggly down this motherfucker too. I mean,
we you know what? We're dating ourselves with that, man. You talk about Piggly Wiggly? No, man. There's some people that watch us don't know what Piggly Wiggly is.
What? She said they sell pickle on the ice cream truck. What the hell? Miss Pam.
Who sells pickles in an ice cream truck? What?
Yeah,
pickles.
Shit. They got them down here. Pickles, pickles, pig feet, shit, chips. All kind of shit on that damn ice cream.
What is wrong with you people? Auntie, what is wrong? You know what? I'm done. Hey, Maggie out here talking about playing
down south thing, y'all. You gotta be down, you gotta be from down here to understand.
No, I want to understand one thing right here. This woman out here is changing stuff right here. This one right here is about play it again.
Yeah. Play it again.
But let me finish the introduction so we can get to the freaking show, because I've been really excited, because if you missed out on Coach's show yesterday, you really missed out on a treat. Not from Blackberry when he was fleecing the draft. I thought Coach fleeces the draft with his 107 picks. Coach had 107 picks.
I have come down with the trade.
Oh,
last year I was trading him around.
Now it's something that you said yesterday that kind of got me really thinking and whatnot. We'll talk about that in a minute, but my hint to that is somebody that I'm going to right here, and this is my boy, brother from another mother. He doesn't have his glasses on, so he's not doing no reporting today.
Oh, shit.
I
totally forgot to put him on this one.
You forgot. What's up? What's up, Ant?
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, yesterday was a crazy day. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, listen, you ready to win the NL East?
Oh my Lord!
Here you go.
Stop that shit.
Yeah, listen. You know y'all gonna win the NL East, so congratulations.
Don't nobody know that.
Who won it last year?
All I can say,
it wasn't us. I know it wasn't us.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell happened?
Hey, listen, your boy went down. He gonna stay healthy this year. I promise you.
We was the iron lung last year.
Oh shit!
And then walking infirmary.
All right.
I think who that was in the iron lung of Space Jam. That was that tweet, bro. That was shit.
Whoa,
you would. What the hell? Anyway, go ahead, Nyght Ryder. What's up, man?
Hey, man, same old shit, just a different toilet, man. Y'all already know.
What?
Yeah, same old shit, just a different toilet. Y'all know I'm gonna be on the same. That's what I say. When somebody asks how I'm doing, like, hey, same old shit, just a different toilet.
Okay, let me ask you something. Since you talk about toilets, have you ever used a gas station bathroom?
Yes, I have.
Ew! Just for that, you're gone. We don't tolerate that on AFM. We believe.
Hey, you shut the hell up. Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta damn go. It's unhealthy to hold that shit in.
Oh.
That's all I got, y'all. Good night, everybody.
Say it again, Nyght Ryder.
It's unhealthy to hold that shit in.
What you mean, say it again? Oh, no.
It's unhealthy to hold that shit in. See, why y'all ever being all extra conscious and trying to be clean and shit, sometimes it's necessary for you to release the shit. Because when the shit be out there backed up in you, that shit lead up to there all kind of health problems. Fuck that. I'm not giving a damn.
Make it that fine.
All right, man. Let me get to because obviously, like I said, this man has been here since last Tuesday. It's my guy.
My boy back. He back in the saddle, boy.
He's back in first, man.
Back in the saddle.
The Jeff Gordon of the regulators. He's back in first.
Yeah.
Hey, is Jeff Gordon still alive?
Yes.
He still is? Okay. All right.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon's still alive, man.
He just retired.
Nah, this some people just they be just checking out, man. Shout out to George Floyd, man.
Look, hey man, hold on. Rest in peace, George.
Look at Blackberry.
Everybody fired up them George Foreman. Thank you, George Foreman. You got us through goddamn so many nights in college when we were hungry. Them damn Foreman was a college.
Damn, Jerome. Goddamn.
Let me get to them because I didn't even see them yet. I gotta introduce everybody first.
That boy said Magnus on the shit at Buckets.
I hate y'all. I do, and I find more ways to hate y'all by the week. Jay Sean, got my boy Dayshaw coming up in second. Smooth C78. Talk about what's up with y'all biggest.
No, that's not. No, this is yeek. This is yeek. That's how we do that right there. Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah, I don't get it, motherfucker. Hell, you
wait, Stephen B, don't piss me off, man. Better prospect Dart or Milrow. Don't you start with me, Stephen. Don't you?
What did he say?
Listen, you got to take that to the Giants podcast, man. Okay, that's what they're thinking. Okay, like we're good over here. Thank you, Terry. If there's anything I'm gonna thank you for these past 5 years, it's for MP9, man. Thank you for the double dip. I know that's against the rule. You never supposed to double dip, but thank you for MP9. Thank you. We got Jerome 69. You know, we talked during the week. We got boss lady. We got Maggie with her mental health awareness. Every time I see her that she's in the background, it affects my mental health. And nobody cares, but that's all right though. Okay, we got Michael.
Nobody
we got the
see you, Otis. And no.
We got the Miss Sonia Howell. We got Southside Sherman Wood. We got Miss Pamela Johnson. That talk about pickles being sold. Pickles being sold. Hey, Miss Peach Auntie, are you okay now? You fully healed up now? Like seriously, hope you
I think so. I was on the show with him Tuesday. It was Tuesday, right? Yeah.
That must have been the worst rated show ever.
Hey, shut up. Shut your ass up. Don't you do that.
Listen,
you damn family, you up here with all this damn bullshit. Come on, man. Come on.
Wait, Harvey Freeman gifted one AFN Nation. Oh.
Membership.
Okay, I'm about to say because I see that and AMP. I thought we was being hacked, man. Dogecoin. I thought. Whoa, hot pickles. What the? You know what? I'm going right past that, man. I see you, Brian People. I'm going right. You ain't talking about no hot pickles. Coach talk about nuts. Coach talk about nuts. Yeah, man. Timothy Davidson, Terry Lloyd, Southside. What's up, man? We got he said loves bathrooms BOP. Y'all talk about bathrooms. Oh God. Blackberry talk about Hawks and 4. I don't know who they going against though. We got who else we got? We got Nathan Floyd here.
Hey,
they have a Buc-ee's in New York. That'll be bad for them. Wait. They ain't got no Buc-ee's in New York. First of all, Blackberry, you probably drove that truck up here because all you doing is deporting aliens right now. I know what you're doing with that truck. You're sending them back over there. All those people, Latinos, you're sending them back over there.
He say work for Trump.
He's working for Trump. Listen. There's 530,000 of them that's supposed to be going back. Nicaragua and all the rest of them, okay? They need a big truck. Black Nicaragua, man. They don't say nigga. Oh,
Cold, line, and sinker. Got him.
You walk right into that.
Boy, he looked you like a goddamn crappy boy.
You going where they going back to digging phone? Ain't going there.
Gotcha, bitch.
Hey, man. All right. What we got? Jerome said, what he said, George Foreman had us all feeling like Calvin from Whack Arnold's. The meanest burger in the world could be the leanest burger in the world if you make it that way.
Wow. I gotta stop smoking this shit here.
I keep telling you, Maggie, we're all unhinged. Mental health or wellness, and she doesn't want to help us at all.
Magnus, yo, there's a thin line between fries and shakes.
You know what?
What the fuck?
What is going on with him?
Hey Brian, I'm trying to keep a lid on all this, man. He's talking about fries and shakes. Coach is talking about nuts. What would you do for a Klondike bar? They're using a gas station bathroom. I'm done. I am done.
Now pause.
We're 10 minutes into the show. Ain't no pause. What is that? High energy. No, Coach. Coach, listen, you can't just be putting bags up there. Last week I thought it was a pregnancy test. You can't just put bags up there. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know, Coach.
Negative.
He said negative.
Negative.
No, Coach. Coach, you gotta wait for me to give you a signal to bring the thing. You can't just pull stuff up like that, man. Like, I don't know what you're doing over there. and listen,
you gotta show on the back
saying,
signal
right?
first, Magnus.
Coconut.
You know why? Honestly, y'all, it's like, you know why I love this show? It's like for the first 15 minutes of the opening, it's just us just talking. I'm telling you, like, that's why, like, I'm so serious, man. Like, everybody that tune in and they like, it's 52 people watching, and it's like 15 minutes into the show, man. Listen, I'm telling you right now, for that first 15 minutes to 20 minutes of the show, like, we just out here just like shooting the shit. Like, that's all it is, man. We just out here just talking. That's it. We just out here talking.
We out here, barbershop talking and shit.
Yeah, and that's why I hate Maggie.
Damn.
Damn it,
that's why I hate her. That's why I hate her. No, because what she doing, she getting all these guests on the show and stuff like that, being all official. She trying to kick me out. I know that's what she's doing. It's going to be a power move.
No, not too much, man. Hey, shout out to the old guy, man. Make Way Sport, man. Make Way Sport. Shout out to the old guy, man. Great show on Tuesday. Great content. It was fun as hell being on that shit Tuesday, man. Yeah,
listen, here's a legit question, man. I don't understand why y'all haven't deported MAGA Kurt from the A yet. Ask BlackBerry to get the truck. You put the burlap sack over his head, and then you just take him out. That's all you got to do.
Kurt cousin, first cousin, third cousin. Lakers and 5.
Yeah, he's about to break a record. Boom! Oh, here we go. He's about to break a record.
3 and 15 minutes.
Damn it, I'm going for it today.
Southside, I'm telling you, I try to come on here and I try to be positive, and forgot his glasses. Coach talk about some other stuff, and then here come Nyght Ryder.
Not anymore.
Oh, there we go. We got the Black Adam Chef.
The Black Adam Scheffler.
The Black Adam Scheffler.
I'm the Black Austin Powers.
Oh, shit.
Austin. Go ahead, say the line. Say the line, man.
No.
Go ahead, say the line. No, say it. Say it. Say it.
Anyone that said Shaggy Baby or something?
Oh God! All right, let's go, y'all. Let's get into this thing, man. Because this has been circulating for a while.
Goodness.
This has been circulating for a while, man. Okay, I know if you subscribe to AFN, Mad Mike made a video about it. I'm sure you heard a lot of guys talk about it ad nauseum throughout the week. Well, check this out. We're gonna talk about it right now. Rumor mill: Jacksonville has no idea what they're doing. They're jettisoning people.
Have they ever had an idea of what they're doing?
When they had Mark Brunell, Keenan McCardell, and Jimmy Smith. And
That's the only time.
That was the last time.
That was the last time. Last time. Now, when they first came to the league,
was Tom Coughlin at that time? Was it Tom Coughlin?
Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, Tom Coughlin was the head coach. Yeah.
They went to 2 AFC championship games.
Yeah.
I thought they would have got 1 championship out of that team. That team was legit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tony Baselli at left tackle. They had 2 defensive tackles I like too. Henderson. It was Henderson and the other dude.
What year was that? 97, wasn't it?
Yeah, about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fred Taylor.
Shout out to Fred Taylor. That dude was a beast, man. If you want to talk about like running backs, he wasn't my favorite.
Oh yeah, they went 11-5 that year. They went to
yeah. Marcus Stroud, that's the one. Marcus Stroud.
Appreciate you, B. Peoples.
B. Peoples and Blue Jacket. Appreciate that, man. Yo, that team was legit.
Nasty defense.
That defense was nasty.
Blue Jacket got a question.
This is the okay. I think 99 was the year they went to the divisional.
Yeah. Wait, this is a legit question before we go into our question. To the panel. Blue Jacket said, should I buy season tickets or not? I'm conflicted, especially buying them dumb PSL. Never buy PSLs. Just go week to week, bro.
Week to week, man.
That's what I do. I go.
Yeah, just go online and see if you can get it from like SeatGeek and stuff like that. Save yourself some money because right now it seems like that's the way the NFL is going, like with these PSLs, and it's pricing out the real fans.
It is. It's been doing that shit.
Well, if you want season tickets, you have to have a PSL.
So, yeah.
And see, that's from what I heard. That's how they try to pay the stadium off. The PSL.
You can pay the stadium off if you get people to come there. Well, we're going to talk about how we get people to come there.
You got to get people to come there. If you put a winning product on the field, people will come. I mean, shit. Yeah. How they always be bragging about, man, we got the cheapest food prices in the whole NFL.
They ain't lying though.
Right, exactly. How you gonna sell the food when ain't nobody coming?
But that's what we got to talk about. We got to talk about the culture, and I think it starts with this particular question that I got right here for y'all, man. Because look, y'all seen this guy play. We don't get a lot of Georgia games up here. Okay, there's a certain Georgia boy that might be on a trading block now. I want to let everybody know before they start chiming in and saying like, "Oh, Jacksonville wouldn't do that." Don't think that there's 32 smart GMs working right now, okay? Because if they are, look what's happening for the Giants, okay? They're not smart. Look what's happening for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're not smart. I'm telling you right now. Look what's happening for the Tennessee Titans. They are not. Everybody at one point or another.
In there too.
Cleveland going, but see,
Cleveland's on Cleveland.
But the reason why I can't say Cleveland because I need Cleveland to do one more thing for me. One more. This take something off my hands for a second, man.
That's all I need. Where you going. Look here. Cleveland been doing a lot of favors for us.
Yes.
They have been doing a lot of favors for us.
Deshaun. Thank you for Deshaun. You know.
If it wasn't for Cleveland, we wouldn't even have Julio Jones.
Yeah. Yeah. But
we ain't got it.
We probably would have had Buddy from Cincinnati though.
Yeah, AJ Green. Yeah,
AJ Green.
We would have had either or, and then it still would have worked out. It's just that Julio's a more physical receiver, but it's like 1-1-8. Yeah,
this was the thing about that trade. The Falcons' original plan was to get AJ Green, but at the last minute, the deal fell apart with Cincinnati. So they went and made the deal with Cleveland. To trade up and get Julio Jones.
And it's funny that Ryder said that because I was watching the show yesterday on Playback, and shout out to Jew Talk Sports, and Blackberry was talking about like you have to go for it, and Ann said this, you know, it was like eventually you gotta stop being stagnant. I'm paraphrasing it, but you gotta stop being stagnant. Like we have been pretty much in 2016 purgatory.
Right.
For the past like 9 years. This is going on 9 years, going on a decade now, okay?
Right.
Eventually, you got to try and do, especially when you see teams, and Ant said this, shout out to Ant. He said it with LA. The thing about with LA is like they went for it and they quickly pivoted though. So if you got a plan and you want to go for it, if you get your ring, you better be able to pivot. You better be able to pivot real quick so that you can sustain that. They was one game away from being in the Super Bowl. And if that game was in LA, I think they beat Philadelphia.
Yeah.
If that was in LA, I think they beat Philly. I think they gave Philly a scare. Kansas City didn't. Kansas City didn't.
Hell no. Shit no. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something else about that too. That actually shows how great of a coach Sean McVay is. Man.
Yes. Oh, Sean hey, Nyght Ryder. Come. Can I ask this? If it doesn't work out with Raheem, do you trade a first-round pick for Sean McVay?
Shit in a heartbeat just to show what shit stink.
What put you on shit today? You know what?
I'm on my shit.
I know the Nyght Ryder. What did you do this weekend?
Of course I did. I went to
but you didn't leave Albany, did you?
No, I didn't.
First time in a long time. That's his problem. He's been at home the whole week.
That is the problem, Coach.
That's the problem, right?
Coach, you gotta think. You gotta think. 4 days out the week, I'm always leaving Albany and delivering shit.
That's work. We talk about going somewhere for you. You ain't going nowhere.
Shit, well, see, this thing, family came in town this week, man.
Okay.
Maggie was busy. Y'all always stay together. Y'all ain't out there robbing people.
Damn.
Y'all ain't out there robbing people, Bonnie and Clyde.
Robbing nobody.
Y'all out there with Bonnie and Clyde putting people in Lake Lanier.
No, hell, we ain't looking. I don't. Let me tell you something. You can't pay me to ride past Lake Lanier.
Hey, Amazon, do the right thing and put that documentary on, man. Stop letting these people scare y'all.
Let them know what the hell really going on.
Let them know what Lake Lanier is about and what's underneath that water. You better stop playing around, man. But anyway,
shout out.
I ain't gonna go on my soapbox.
But yeah, hey, look, man, bring Sean McVay home.
Home?
Yeah, Sean McVay from Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta.
He is?
Yeah, he was an all-state quarterback, bro. Yeah. He went to where he went, coach. He went to Marist. Yeah. And Marist, like at that time, Marist was a powerhouse in high school football. He was a quarterback.
Yeah. I remember that.
He from Sean McVay from Brookhaven.
Madness froze.
And he also a year younger than me. He only 39 years old, man.
I'm back.
There you go.
Yeah,
38 or 39.
He is.
He's 39.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. He's 40 something there, ain't he?
He's a year younger than me. He graduated from Marist in 2004.
Ooh, that dude young, boy. All right.
Yeah.
So here's a question for y'all. I'm gonna start with Ant. What would you trade for Trayvon Walker if he's available? Now, before you start though, mind you, what they want is at least like a second. That's what apparently what they're asking for.
Okay.
So they're being reasonable.
Okay. Yeah. I can start with a second. I mean,
that's what they said. They said they don't want to price him out. So they're like, okay, because obviously what the Bengals are doing, they don't want Trey to leave. But what do you think? Would you exchange that
for a second? Oh, you talking about
Trayvon Walker
for a second?
For a second. Like I said, that's what apparently what they might be asking for him. What's up, John Sinclair?
Former number one, former first round pick for a second.
Dog,
man, come on, bro, come on.
Where's he from? Where's he from?
Bring him home, bro.
There you go. Bring him home. Now, here's the thing. Maybe. Here's the thing. Maybe you don't need to give up a second. Didn't you just give up Evan Ingram? Don't we have a tight end that's from Florida?
Don't get no more players from Florida.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
If you're saying like, hey, home for home.
They do need a tight end.
Kyle Pitts.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Coach?
Yeah.
See, maybe because here's the thing. Kyle Pitts' name still means something out there. Okay, It's just the fact that just because we couldn't do anything with him, don't mean somebody else can't. And if you had Evan Ingram, and you gave him away, right? See, Liam Cohen already knows what Kyle Pitts is about. He was on the Tampa Bay roster. We were saying he was a coach on Tampa Bay, the offensive coordinator last year. So what you have here is you can go bring one kid home. I don't know if he's from, in that area or whatever.
He's from Philadelphia.
Okay. I know he's from Philadelphia. I'm saying, but where he played. He played in the University of Florida, right?
Yep.
Okay. Not that far from Jacksonville, right?
It is in Jacksonville.
It's right there.
It's right there, right?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. Exchange it right there. You give us Trey.
You go 1-1.
Straight up.
You get straight up trade.
Straight up trade.
Make about the same thing. Well, no.
Yeah.
What's called making a little bit more, but yeah.
That's all I'm asking right there. So this way, you don't give away your capital, and you still have like your second round pick. And now, guess what? You now have your pass rusher and someone that's going to want to play for the team and establish that culture down here in the dome, and that could sell your tickets, like what Ryder was saying. Trey going to sell some tickets
and give us some edge.
And gonna give us some edge. Because when you put that red and black on, it's something about putting that red and black on, especially when you play for Georgia. I'm telling you right now, when you put that on, it's different. Okay.
That shit they had Lorenzo Carter though.
Yeah. Cool, though.
We're gonna talk about that, Coach.
Cool, though.
Blackberry said I trade Pitts to Kansas City. I don't want the rich to get richer. I really don't.
Who's the guy who's gonna work out in Kansas City too, though?
I think Andy Reid could do something with him. Yeah, I think so.
There's Andy Reid we're talking about.
But he said for their 31st and Travis. Okay, this is what we gotta stop. Can we stop bringing old ass niggas down here?
I know,
right? Of it.
Right.
We do not need to see that girl in the stand.
Oh God, here in Atlanta,
we already got enough of them in the damn city. We don't need them.
Okay, here's my
shake it off.
But here's my issue though. They already think that she created the swag surf. Oh yes,
you want to do it on swag surf? Her hand was just waving her hands in the air like she did.
No, they think that she made that. Just like they think that one of those Kardashians came up with box braids. They taking all our stuff, man. Yo,
I mean, they've been doing it since the beginning of time. I mean, what you expect?
You know what?
You know, Mammy invented that.
Don't do that. Okay. Okay. Here we go. It's like Michael said, can't be straight up Trayvon with more years, like on a rookie deal. That is true.
That's true.
But they also gave away one of their top weapons as well in Evan Ingram,
which is stupid.
Which is stupid. Look at what the Houston Texans did. They gave up Laramie Tunsil, right? Now who's going to protect C.J. Stroud's backside, his blind side? Who's doing it now?
They may go tackle in the first round.
They have to. At this point, you have to. You just gave one of the better pass block, and you gave it the rich getting richer. You're going to give them to the Commanders. Thank you, Houston. Keep up the great work.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah, what's up?
Fun fact. You know, we were talking about the Sean McVay High School thing, right? You know who Sean McVay beat out to be Georgia Football Player of the Year?
Kirk Cousins.
Megatron.
Wow.
Oh.
Megatron?
Who?
He beat out Megatron.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the problem. That's if he never beat him out, Megatron don't become Megatron. That's okay, man. That's what happens when you let these little guys.
But yeah, like I said, McVay, the high school McVay went to, dude, they are a state powerhouse.
Right.
Marist is one of those teams. I remember watching them back. Like I was in elementary school. They always used to come down here and play like they always used to go at it with Thomas County Central, which is another. That's they like down south. I think that's what who they were with Thomas County Central. Now I was thinking about Charlie Ward with the Thomasville High, but Marist and Thomas County Central, you could damn near bet your bottom dollar them two gonna play each other in the state championship every year.
Blackberry said his father worked at Marist. But Coach, what you think, Coach? What you think about this? I know you probably thought about it, had conversations, videos about it. Trayvon Walker, like I said, if he's available before everybody starts going off and whatnot, no, that wouldn't happen. Look, this certain guys is untouchable on teams. If there's smoke, there's fire.
True.
These things don't just come out and like there's no like shit to it. So therefore, there must be something here. So would you call and see like what would you want for him? What would you give up?
It's definitely an inquiry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that, you got to move somebody. You have to.
Well, he started.
Who started? Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. You got to give something up because you don't got no money. All this, listen, we're talking about all these people bringing in here, and we're broker than a damn half penny. That's how bad we are. We're 14 million in the hole right now again because of the people that we're signing. So something still has to give. We got to before the season starts. We got to get rid of some people,
or restructure.
Yeah, restructure.
Yep.
Now here's the thing. You think that Lindstrom or Jesse wouldn't opt to do that?
Or there's one move that could do.
However, we were talking about this yesterday.
That's one move.
Come on now. Come on. What's up, Jay?
That will clear 14 million off the books. That's Caleb. If you cut Caleb, that's the only thing.
Caleb again.
That's the only move that automatic. If you want to get more money, you're going to have to get Caleb go. You got to let Anyamata go.
I think Anyamata should have been gone.
Caleb, I think they hold on to Anyamata as in case of emergency break glass. I still think they go on D-line. I still think they go on D-line, and we're going to talk about that, in a minute. I don't think they're gonna cut him now, but I think they're gonna go. That's what I'm thinking.
If they get what they want, he may get cut. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what I see. And you know what? Let's just talk about it now. In order to affect the quarterback, I believe that you got to be able to push the pocket. Now, Coach said this yesterday on his show, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all said this yesterday. The reason why we haven't, because they always say, like, you need edge. Yeah, that's where your money's made at, okay? Right. That's where the highlights is at. But I want you to understand that the fact that also there's a certain guy, because we're going to be talking about gems too, because everybody's talking about 15. The draft is about 7 rounds long, okay? So we got to talk about, like, we got to talk about other stuff too, other guys too. Because in order for certain guys to get off, they got to be somebody that's willing to do the nasty work. You want to know why the Jets defense is so freaking good? 95. It is not Will McDonald. It is not Jermaine Johnson. It is not. It wasn't Hassan Reddick. It was Quinnen Williams that ran that show.
Queued up. That's what it was.
It was Quinnen Williams. So if you have a guy right there that commanded that kind of respect and double teams is able to get off like that, guess what? Who do you think runs that show in Kansas City? 95, Chris Jones. Like,
yeah.
Look,
I ain't telling
you no lies, man.
Bipolar, by the way.
We got a 95.
Chris Jones 95.
No, we got one too.
Take one. Don't play with me, Cody.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Listen, he could be that guy.
He said,
think about it. He could be that guy.
Who?
Take one. He could be that guy. Think about this.
He is not. He is not. He is not, Coach. No, he is not.
I actually see Rook don't be that guy.
Hold on. Let him cook. Hold on, Coach. Go ahead. Let him cook.
When you don't have the opportunity, you know you're not going to get that opportunity like he had when he first came in there because of Grady. Same position. Your mindset is different. Now that he's gone, he may just turn on that spark plug and that boom, it's my opportunity. Let me do it. Because he didn't have the opportunity that we think he should have gotten getting drafted. I'm just saying.
Okay, Coach.
Go ahead.
Like, have we ever seen flashes of it? Because this one thing is like when you said,
when he fumbled that football.
What? You know what? Then we seen flashes of Marlon Davidson when he picked off Tom Brady. Then
he just want to hit a man. That's all he wanted to do.
Listen, Coach. Now, Southside said it right here, and I agree. I don't think Mason is going that low. I think
I don't want
J-Bill or what?
I don't want Mason Graham.
What do you mean you don't want Mason Graham? What's wrong with Mason Graham?
I don't.
You got somebody else?
He benefited from. He wasn't. He needed somebody else on that what's called to make him look that good.
But everybody does, right? Because guess what?
Yeah.
Here's somebody right here, Coach. I've been writing, Coach. Okay.
Who you know
who I've been looking at? You want to know who I'm looking at?
Talk to me.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
This way, his name is, instead of Joe Hendry, is Jamari Caldwell. Now, Jamari lined up right next to Derek Harmon, and you want to know the reason why those guys like Birch and all those guys was going off? Because Jamari Caldwell is 342 pounds, and you could get him in the 4th or 5th round. So don't just look at Deion Walker. There's another one. Okay,
and we got a Diggers too.
But again, he's not a typical 342. He moves like
he moves fast. He moves good.
He moves like Dontari Poe. Like he's very athletic. I'm telling you, like, listen, and I've been looking at guys like gems that you can get later on. I know people are going to be watching. Like I said, a lot of people only watched on Thursday for the first round, and then they just find out about these people later. I think that we should start educating these people now so that they're not ready to burn down the city later. Okay. And the thing is, what I want to do is like, I want to look at the total scheme, right? And I want to see exactly how these other guys was able to get off. Yes, you could be great. You know, Edge could be great, but how was other guys able to get off too? That's why I like that guy from Texas A&M. I like Shamar Turner.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, I like Shamar Turner. Like, yes, you got Stewart. You got the two Shamars. You got Shamar Stewart. That's fine. You know, you got Nick Scorton. That's fine.
Project Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart is a project. I'm not taking no damn no Edge. They only had 3 sacks in a year. No, sir.
Now here's the thing, though. You know who else is a project? Troy Anderson. Eventually, you're going to have to do something, man. You're going to have to do something. Now, like I said, I would take on what he can do, like Juice. Can you bring Juice up? That's all I need. Pause. No, not Shamar Stewart. Shamar Turner. Shamar Turner. Okay. Not the Edge. Not
Texas A&M.
Yeah, not the Edge. Okay, not Shamar Stewart. Because if you feel that way about Shamar Stewart, right? How do y'all feel about Michael? Now, Michael's they comping him to Danielle Hunter. Now, I don't know. That's lofty goals right there. Okay,
high ceiling.
But think about Danielle figured it out. Same like with Trayvon. Trayvon was mostly like a run stuffer, but he figured it out. Like he's getting like sacks now.
Hold on, real quick. Let me ask you this question. Did you ever see Jarvis Davis play at Auburn State? Hell yeah, I did. Hell of a defensive lineman. Actually, I used to run into him all the time at all the parties and shit. Coach, you know who Jarvis Davis is, right? Yep. Jarvis Davis was there about around that time.
Hey, listen, we're gonna be talking about all these guys, man. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be talking about them. We're gonna be talking about them. So check this out. So, at 15, what do you think, Coach?
I wouldn't mind taking a guy. It's hard to think that, though. It's hard to think about a D lineman at what's called, but there is, like I said, the kid from Michigan.
Oh, my bad. Let me set it up for you, Coach. My bad. I didn't kind of like just throw the alley-oop and Okay. What I mean is a trade back.
Trade back.
Okay. Now
you get more picks.
Hear me out. You get more picks. You trade back, and not Mason Graham, because I don't think Mason Graham is going to be there. But I think a suitable Kenneth Grant.
I like that.
For 332 pounds. Okay. Now we'll talk about either one of those guys I like. Because that interior of that Michigan defense was legit.
Yeah, they were top tier shit, man.
Nasty,
right.
Man.
So I don't think you lose anything. I just think Mason Graham is more of the name, but Kenneth Grant, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you're not losing anything by getting Kenneth Grant. So having said that, I would trade back. Now, how far would I trade back? What do you think, Coach? Like,
4 and 5.
So we're talking from 15 to about 20?
Yeah,
yes.
19, 20. Yep.
So around Tampa, because Tampa's 19, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
now,
so we're okay. Go ahead.
There's another D lineman nobody's talking about.
Where they go?
Let me see if I can. Let me see.
Williams from Ohio State.
Oh, Tyleek Williams. He's going to be. I think he's a second rounder. I think he'll go in the second round.
I think he'll go before that, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I think like
327,
right here,
6'3", man.
And I think he can move. He moves too. He can move.
4'6", 40, 327.
Yeah. Now this is. I think this guy goes first. Jerome said I like Harmon and he could be had in round. I don't think so, Jerome. I don't know.
Harmon may be a late first, depending on
yes.
the lineman.
Right. I think Harmon goes late. I think Harmon goes late first. And if anything, he got Baltimore Raven written all over him, man.
Yeah.
He got AFC North written all over him. There's certain guys where like they're just built for that. So anyway,
Magnus, I gotta give a shout out. Say it like it is. Shout out. This is one of my good friends. She's from the UK. Told it in. Yeah. We worldwide, baby. Already.
There we go. Is it tea time over there?
Don't do that. Don't do that shit.
To the queen. To the queen. Oh, wait, to the king.
No.
Queen's dead, y'all. My bad. My bad. Queen dead.
Oh yeah,
She been dead.
Well, she ain't been dead. She just died recently.
Yo, stop.
Oh my God. You know what?
Hell,
I don't know.
You know Queen, check that, man.
Yeah, I do.
Man.
I just
pinky's up, Michael. Pinky's up.
I can't deal with you, motherfucker.
I like Crockett's. You got some Crockett's? The tea.
Shut up.
Crumpets, coach.
Coach,
Crumpets, not Crockett's, coach. Crumpets.
Some
I didn't
tea
say
and crumpets.
No, crumpets.
Crumpets.
Tea and crumpets.
Tea and crumpets. I think
There you go,
Coach
Cheerios.
said.
I give my brother shout out to hear y'all motherfucker go get it all goddamn eating. See, now I'm getting cussed out for that shit.
Hey, listen, you said it. You said where she from. So of course we gotta say, good day from the other side of the pond. Hey, you know what? We'll trade you a suitable Donald Trump for King Charles right now.
Oh my Lord.
Damn.
Right now, man. I'll take the taxes.
Bumbling Boris in the deal too. Bumbling Boris.
There we go. Here we go. So let's get back to it. So Miss PJ Auntie says she likes Kenneth Grant, 6'3", 331 out of yes. And if you trade back to about 20, I believe that he's still there. The only thing is you do lose out. I think you still lose out on Malachi.
I don't think we're gonna get Malachi now.
Yeah,
I don't think so
I was
either.
about to say that too. I mean,
I
we really need him now.
But notice what I'm saying here. Notice what I'm saying here. That I'm talking D-line now. Before I was all like Malachi, right?
Yeah.
But now that we signed Jordan Fuller did very well under Raheem Morris in LA, and he was a team captain. That says a lot. Okay, so he did very well. My problem with this is that does take us out of the whole Malachi stakes, but you can still get. I think now I believe
there you go.
I think what's the name could be our nickel. I think Clark is going to be our nickel now. If there's any kind of change, yeah, I think Clark slots into the nickel.
Shout out to my boy, man.
Wait, hold on. What he said? Nah, 331. That's too light. I need a 400-pounder as my defensive tackle.
He ain't gonna live. He'll die.
400 pounds.
Yeah, 400 pounds.
Nah, bro.
Add it to the collection.
331 is just right enough.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, the elephant.
Coach. Coach, add it to the collection, man.
I said,
Hey,
I like it.
Now, hold on. Let me. Now, coming to the show, we got my boy Blackberry. Now, I heard you talking yesterday on Coach's show. And oh Lord. Now,
Mr. No Seat, just the K.
Now, here's the thing, though, Blackberry. I'm changing my stance. We picked up Jordan Fuller, so my guy Malachi is out. Okay, now I'm looking at
Maybe
we're going to be talking about gems. Yeah, maybe. Now I'm looking at gems, like guys that could fall through the cracks, guys that people are not worried, that's really not talking about. And that's why I said that guy Jamari Caldwell from Oregon, because I know one of the reasons that Derek Harmon was going off, somebody had to be able to do that dirty work. Somebody had to. And I believe that Jamari Caldwell, all 342 pounds of him, was able to put that in that work too. So what do you think? Because I'm thinking of the trade back and possibly getting Kenneth Grant as our first one. But I'll let you take it from here, brother.
Yeah, Kenneth Grant is a good option. Caldwell in a later round. I do like him.
Yes.
Him and Harmon, they was doing some work, man.
Yes.
They was the Smash Brothers in the middle of that.
Hey, Coach, look what the hell I bought the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, turn that thing around.
Old school, baby.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Where you get that at?
The Houston Oilers joint, man.
Or Earl Campbell, boy. I know a guy that sell jerseys. I just don't happen to catch that when I would come home from work.
But yeah, they
I want the Warren move though.
those were the Smash Brothers, man. So yeah, Caldwell in a later round if you want to wait to get your DT and
coming out this year though.
Who?
Yeah,
Caldwell.
Yeah.
He's projected to be like a 4th or 5th round pick.
Yeah, like a 4th.
Yeah. So those big guys are going to go late. I even think Deion Walker. I'll let you finish your statement, Blackberry. But I think Deion Walker is going to go maybe 3rd. Honestly, So go ahead. I'll let you go ahead, brother.
No, that's it. No, I'm agreeing with you. I don't mind getting a Kenneth Grant if I can't get a Derek Harmon. And by the way, now Derek Harmon is ahead.
Yes,
Kenneth Grant all of a sudden.
I do have this question about Deion Walker.
Okay, let's go.
This man is 6'7".
Yes,
you big old boy.
6'7", y'all.
He's
at playing what position?
No step.
D line. Yeah.
Yeah, too tall.
He's gonna take on 3 people.
Right.
He can take 3 people. Yeah.
Tall Jones.
You have to. If he using his if he has technique, which he does have a little bit, but
he got a little technique.
He's gonna be a problem.
Now the thing about Deion Walker though, Coach,
Jones.
does he? What I see with Caldwell when he was in Houston moved up and down that line.
Right.
That's how athletic he is. They put him at edge, Coach, at 340 pounds.
Oh, it's light.
So again, I don't know how Oregon was able to flip these guys and have them come to Oregon, but look, I'm telling you right now, I like guys that come in with a plan. I don't want no Tack McKinleys, man. I don't want somebody just to run up and just try to absolutely bull rush you. That's why I'm a little off on guys that don't have that production.
I know Tack McKinley run gonna be haunting him in a dream.
Nah,
I ain't on TV and
hey, listen. No. We're not gonna have no whole section on that guy. We're talking about guys who are gonna have production. My thing is right now is that we gotta have guys that can come in and produce.
I got that.
Okay. Now, question for the panel right now. I know Blackberry, you just came in, so I'm gonna give you another question. Your guy Jack Sawyer, you're projecting him to where is he going to go? Where do you think he can go? Range wise.
We're
having a Blackberry.
Ain't probably acting crazy.
He had a bad deal.
No, my bad. My voice coming downfield. My bad. I hate for you to repeat yourself, but repeat yourself.
No. It's I said like your boy Jack Sawyer that you've been pounding the table on for Jack Sawyer. Like where you think his range, like floor and ceiling?
Oh, yeah, I think he got the brightest upside outside of Abdul Carter. I think he got the brightest upside.
He's a leader too,
and that's saying a whole lot.
It's his leadership, it's his tenacity, and it's his third down pass rush efficiency is better than anybody else's, including Abdul Carter's in the draft. Abdul Carter just gets you on 1st and 2nd down, so by the time 3rd down come, you already up shit's creek with him. But with Jack Sawyer got best 3rd down pass rush rating out of anybody in the draft. What it is with him is he could be a one-trick pony. And I think
in terms of pass rush moves or what?
Right. And, well, not in terms of his move because he got technique. It's just as far as like run stopping. Yeah, like his run stopping ability, it got to improve a lot. And as far as being an every down edge guy, he's not really an every down edge guy right now. But he can be if he gets to the right situation.
I think that's what happens. It's like when we look at guys, we have to look at what we're drafting them for. So when you draft somebody, let's just say like we trade back Kenneth Grant, day one, plug and play. That's what he is.
Yes.
He comes in, he has a plan. His job is to take that man and put that man into the QB's pocket. What has been our sole weakness for the past 9 years?
Pass rush.
No push
right,
up
but
middle.
pass rush is. But the thing's like it's pass rush up the middle. It's not pass rush from the edge. Yes, that's what everybody talks about.
It ain't bad. It don't matter what side you come from. We can't get to the quarterback whether you're in the middle or off the edge.
Well, the problem, the reason this okay. When you think about pass rush works in more than one phase. If you don't have push up the middle to push those guys into that corner, it's useless. No matter what the hell those guys outside do. Outside, if you look at the Falcons in general, the Falcons outside guys are actually doing a pretty good job getting there.
They're getting upfield.
There's nothing in the middle. There's nothing in the middle. Right. Those guys escape between those guys and they're up the field. Right. So it's the push.
It's the
Everybody
push.
loved Grady. Grady did his little thing, but however, Grady didn't have that force to push those guys to that.
He was the guy trying to get upfield. That's what he was trying to do, but he wasn't pushing anybody. I mean, Grady's a strong dude, you know what I'm saying? But he's not somebody that's
Man, the freezer.
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, we ain't that shit crazy. I start ordering tacos and you start.
Yeah. So here's my problem with this whole thing right here is that if you get Kenneth Grant, I don't know who you're gonna put next to him. Maybe you could put Aruka Roro. You could put Brandon Dorless because Dorless comes with moves.
Mm-hmm.
Dorless has a plan when he rushes the passer. So that frees him up. Now, what you can do later on, here's another guy I've been looking at, Coach. Like I said, I've been talking about gems and stuff like that.
Bring out the notebook.
Bring out
the handy-dandy notebook, Magnus.
So here's the three guys I like, Coach. Let me see if you guys like these guys. Kyman Rucker from UNC.
What does he play?
He plays outside linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He's an edge though. The dude, Kyman Rucker. The guy absolutely loves football. His nickname is the Butcher. He comes off the edge and he's looking to separate man from ball. Yes. His name is the Butcher. Okay.
He ain't Abdullah though. He is not Abdullah.
He's looking to separate man from ball.
He is not Abdullah though.
Now, the second one,
projected.
Yes. Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Another guy that I like. Comes high energy, a lot of juice off the edge. And lastly, I can't even say his name. I don't know what his mama was thinking. K Robinson from Alabama.
Hey, this guy now. Josiah Stewart looked like D'Angelo Malone.
Oh my God, I hate him already. No. No, don't do that to me, Coach. Don't do that to me, Coach. No, please don't do that to me. That he looks like D'Angelo. In terms of what?
Your looks.
Oh my God. So Jerome said Josiah is Timu Jalen Walker. Okay, but the guy Robinson, let me tell you about Robinson. Why a lot of people don't know about him. Alabama had a problem. Alabama had a problem the past couple of years. Q has been on that team for the past 3 years. No. No, the problem was Dallas Turner and Will Anderson. That's why that man couldn't see the field.
Yep.
Now he was
that was the damn C shit.
He was a 4-star recruit, and the man got a little banged up or whatever like that. But if he was healthy, again, there's a lot of players with that problem down here. If he was healthy, guess what? They would have been talking about him a little bit more. So if you just drafted on upside, we're only talking about guys that's after 15. Okay, we're not talking about drafting them at 15. We're talking about maybe like in the later rounds because of the trade back. We got more picks and stuff like that. Maybe Kirk is not here. We was able to finagle that 3rd or 4th from Cleveland or somebody else. Something like that. These are the scenarios that we're talking about. That we can now start building our team, and we have maybe 6 picks, 7 picks instead of what we have right now. So, Coach, like what you think, man?
I say fill up this defense. Like we talked about yesterday. Go for it all now. You want to win, you got to go for it now.
Yep. Well, how do we do that? I know y'all said that yesterday that you got to go for that. How do you do it with the financial constraints that you got, and you're pretty much banking on cheap talent, high upside stuff? So how do we do that now? Ant, you said that too. So what you guys think? Like, how do you
get later round picks? This draft has a lot of talent in it.
It does.
It has a lot of talent in it. So
actually, Coach, it actually has a lot of defensive talent. The things that we're lacking in. Thank God that we was able to fill up offensively, and we don't have to worry about it. Now. There's certain guys that
we're gonna get a coach. Yeah. So I'm telling you.
Hey, listen, Wilson. Hello, Wilson. I need Wilson from Georgia. Come on now. That's what I want. And thanks to Ant. Shout out to Ant because Ant, my resident scout, he had his glasses on. He said, Magnus, check out Damian Martinez from the University of Miami.
I thought you were going to say Damian Priest.
Listen, listen, if you look at him, the dude is absolutely no joke. The dude don't stop moving his. I mean, look, and this is just now. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. What if Dallas, in certain mock draft, they got Dallas taking Ibuka from Ohio State? Because their wide receiving core is absolutely decimated. Now, we know that their running back, they only got Rico Dotto is gone, and they have Miles Sanders at this point.
Talking about Dallas?
Yeah. But their wide receiver. No, I don't think they do.
Man, Zeke butt out. Man, come on.
So here's the thing, though, Coach. Their wide receiver outside of CD? Nothing. Brandon Cooks is gone. Brandon Cooks is gone.
And get where the hell Brandon Cooks went.
He went to the Saints. Who cares? But anyways, like I don't care about an 8. Look, Clark gonna lock that up.
I really hope them Saints fans think he gonna get them be good because when you go back, it sucks. Ask Cam Newton.
We ain't worried about the Saints right now.
Them.
We ain't worried about the Saints. We ain't worried about them. But yes, Miss PJ, yes, Auntie, we need center. Wilson is my guy out of Georgia. Yes, he hasn't allowed 1 sack in his entire career in Georgia. Shout out to him. Like to say, also, like I said, if Dallas decides to go with Ibuka, if they ring that phone and say, "Hey, Tyler Algier, we'll give you
second and
third,
fifth,
a second and a fifth."
Hell yeah,
they ain't gonna know. They ain't giving no second for no Tyler Algier.
Why not? They desperate.
It's Jerry Jones we talking about though.
Yeah, no, Dallas need to move all the way up as far as they can and get Cam Ward or somebody. They need a quarter.
I think Dallas. I really think Dallas gonna try to get Ashton Jensen.
Wait.
Gonna try to get Ashton Jensen.
Jensen's going to the Raiders. He ain't getting past 6.
I think Dallas.
But you could probably get
try to pull some shit. They might try to trade up and get Ashton Jensen.
Genty is the name. You better start looking at what's the name? Cuban Junkins, something like that.
Yeah,
Ohio State boy. Either one of them.
Yeah, like that guy. But to what Blackberry said, you're saying like they should trade up to number 1 to take a quarterback
as close as they can get to 1. If they can get in the top 3 at least,
they ain't getting Cam Ward though. I think it's a foregone conclusion, brother. I think he's going 1 to Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think
he's going first.
Yeah. I think he's going 1. Yeah.
It might not be Tennessee though. I got a suspicious feeling that Tennessee think they can run it back with Will Levis.
You serious?
Hell no.
Whoa.
If you go listen to the Tennessee Tribunes, if you go listen to them, a lot of what they saying, they might be sticking with Will Levis, man, which means they might be moving from first.
Which means they are doomed.
Wait, you were running back with? I mean, people's jobs are on.
I wouldn't run it back with.
No, I know that. I'm saying
they do make hair mayonnaise in.
But if you're going your job as a GM, you go pretty much year to year. You can pretty much get fired after your first or second year.
Yeah,
if you're a really bad GM. If your job is on the line, because it's easy for us to do this because we have jobs. You know what I'm saying? So we know where we're going on Monday and stuff like that. But if you know that your job is tailored to the media, to the fan base, and to your owner, who are you taking at number 1? If your job is on the line, that's all I'm saying. Like, who are you taking at number one? Are you still running it back with Will Levis? Or are you going to take that Cam Ward? Or are you going to take Cam Ward? Because Abdul Carter is not a guy that's going to save your franchise. If you're the Tennessee Titans, he's not.
If you're the Titans, he ain't saving your franchise. But
it's a toss-up between Cam Ward and Shador.
Shador ain't going one. Shador ain't going one.
Nah, Shador not going that high.
What was you going to say, Blackburn?
Don't be shocked. Shador don't make it first round. Don't be shocked.
Yeah, well, you're right, Coach. I heard a lot of people talk about this shit.
I think he's going to the Giants. What's up, Locke? Well, Blackberry, finish your statement, brother.
Lot.
Blackberry, you hear me?
Blackberry going through another dead spot. Trucking problem.
Yeah. Everybody's freaking internet been acting up lately. But anyway, yeah. So King Richie said, like, what if hey, you know what? Let me say this right now. I see all your guys' questions. I'm gonna save it to the end, and then we're gonna run it back. So just like stay tuned. King Richie said, "What if Dallas takes Shador?" I can see. Jerry Jones don't know what he's doing. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. But then their coach. But the Dallas has been doing stupid stuff.
But
the thing is, that contract.
This is Jerry fucking
$60 million now.
But again, with what they paid Dak, you can't come off that contract. You can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't. Like nobody's taking on that. So looking at that, it's like, okay, yeah, Dak may be younger than Kirk, but that's a $60 million hit. What Kirk is owed is absolutely bargain basement. That's why teams are calling for him right now. That's why. The only thing that Atlanta's trying to do is like they trying to see like the closer you get to the draft and you get your draft board set up. Once you get your draft board set up, it's like, okay, we know there's at least 2 quarterbacks that's worth drafting in this draft, according to what everybody's saying. I ain't thinking about Jackson Dart. Ain't nobody thinking about Milroe unless you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's only Shador Sanders. Milroe, they brought him in, but you got Shador Sanders and Cam Ward. One of them is going 1, and it's Cam Ward. And after that point,
they had to have a Caucasian quarterback in the top 3. You have to have one there.
Right. Now here's the thing though, Coach and Ant. So you got Cam Ward that goes 1. The draft starts at 2 right now. Now, if you're an Atlanta Falcon fan, you have to pay attention at this point. Because if they was, like what Nyght was saying, if they was to take Shador at 2, now we're in trouble. Because now we got now that the elephant in the room is going to be sitting on that bench during possibly all the way until training camp. But if they decide to take Travis Hunter, or if they decide to take Travis Hunter, and I think they will take Travis, or if they take Abdul Carter. I honestly think if they take Travis Hunter, that entices Kirk to waive that no trade clause and say I'll go up there and play with Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland, because now you got juice.
Thanks, son. Like the way you think, son.
I'm just doing scenarios, brother. I'm trying to write for WWE, man. I'm
that right
scenarios,
shit. Man. Somebody call Paul Levesque right now.
So, Coach, what do you think about that situation?
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think Travis Hunter is too good to pass up. Abdul Carter is good. He ain't Travis though. That's the thing. Like you're good, and that's the thing. Now New England is 3rd. Now you in trouble. Because do you take Timu Drake, Ted McMillan?
Paul Levesque, get a check, recollect. Lakers and 5.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're looking at
thank you, Sleb.
We're looking at Cam.
We're doing scenarios.
We're looking at Cam, then Travis.
We're doing Cam, and then I've seen Abdul go 2, but I think Travis too good of a prospect, and that's why I said right now, damn. If you was to trade with Cleveland, would you want anybody?
I could actually see Travis going 5.
You think he drops that far?
I can see it.
Start to 5. Who got a 5th pick?
The Jets?
Jacksonville.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I can see him dropping to 5.
Wait. So you saying Abdul goes before him?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's been a lot of mock drafts where he has went before him. It's been a lot.
Now the thing different now. What with that Miles? What is that? Myles Garrett's re-signing with what's called?
Yeah,
that killed. If Miles would have never re-signed, they would have got rid of him. Miles would have been still holding out. I can see
Abdul goes. Yes.
All right.
But you can also double dip though. Just because you did that doesn't mean you don't do this. You know what I'm saying? So it could happen.
I'm just saying.
And don't forget, Philly did the same thing.
I can see both those guys. I can see both those guys there. I can.
And guess what? Greg Newsome ain't no slouch either. At corner, so it's not like it's a need. But you're drafting Travis Hunter on the juice that he could bring on the offensive side of the ball as well. So for a guy like
you can also see. I can see Mason Graham going there too.
Mason Graham, somebody getting fired, bro. Like you're missing out on
that's generational.
Hold on,
somebody getting fired. You said
this is the scenario. I can see Cleveland's finna stack up on the defense and be a dangerous. That's a dangerous defense.
The defense is good. The defense is good.
Graham can make it even better.
The quarterback can't stay his ass out the massage parlor.
But that's where Kirk comes in at.
Exactly. That's my point right there.
Hey, I wonder if his wife is actually massaging his Achilles tendon.
Ooh.
Don't worry about that, man. Come on, let's go. You say, Southside said Kirk will be traded to the Browns. It just makes the most sense.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be like later on in the season though.
Kirk, I understand Kirk's point too, and I heard somebody say this on the show or whatever I read. Kirk's trying to see what's going to happen with Cleveland. If Cleveland drops a quarterback, then it's over.
Yep.
I don't think they do though, Coach. Because look, Kevin Stefanski has been looking up from either the third spot or the fourth spot in that division for how long? Since he's been there, right?
Right. Yep. Right.
Now he was able to finagle a playoff win when he got Joe Flacco. So that might have saved you like an extra year. This is the year. He's in a Terry Fontenot's hot seat area now. So what I'm saying is like you got to do it now, brother. Cincinnati is reeling right now. Pittsburgh ain't got no quarterback. You only got one team that you really have to beat out in that division, and you're probably not going to beat them, but you got to be competitive. How do you be competitive? How do you be competitive?
Get you a quarterback.
The same thing that you guys were saying. I'm gonna repeat what Coach and Ann said yesterday. You gotta go for it. And if you're gonna go for it now, with the way those teams are reeling, Cincinnati ain't got no defense, man. You could put up points on them. Okay. What you got? Pittsburgh ain't got no offense. They barely can score 20 because Arthur Smith is their offensive coordinator. That's good too. Now you just got one team that you have to worry about. Right, but guess what? Now you only got one team you have to worry about. Does that not sound familiar? Look at that across my forehead, man. Does that not sound familiar? You got one team you have to worry about in your division? They're us. We solved our quarterback problem, though, Coach and Ant. We solved our quarterback problem. We could put up points. Now we have to solve the defensive problem. I think it just makes so much sense. Now, I don't know, like I said, if it's Abdul Carter or it's Travis Hunter, whatever. Okay, I could see that. But even if it's Mason Graham, I would love to see Myles Garrett have a running mate to go along with him. He's never had that before. Unless it was dude from South Carolina, Clowney. At one point, I think he had Clowney up there. Yeah, at one point.
Right. He got the right name. He was a damn Clyde.
What is swag? Scotty Robinson said, Kirk Cousins, pack up your bags, suitcases, and wife, get the hell out of Atlanta, go to Cleveland. Swag says, Kirk to the Browns, and we get a third-round pick. Then we use that pick to get the best player available. I like what you're talking, Swag. See, you saying I'm thinking, you thinking too, Swag. Cleveland has a good team. They just have horrible quarterback play last year and probably for the past 30 years. They go wide receiver or edge with their pick instead of quarterback. They can just trade for
Cleveland. Go Cleveland. I say this shit all the time. Cleveland, go Cleveland.
I think Cleveland is basically right there. They're right there, you know, and they just need a quarterback to kind of go here. They're not better than Baltimore. They could probably split with Pittsburgh depending on who they get there.
Man,
I don't think Russell.
You want me to tell you when the last time Cleveland had a relevant quarterback?
Joe Flacco a couple years ago.
Bernie Kosar.
Well,
Bernie Kosar.
Let me see.
Think about that shit. We were babies when Cleveland had a competent quarterback.
Hold on. What does Swag say? Guys, y'all don't want to hear this, but we need a speedy receiver. Hey, listen, we're going to talk about you. Hold on, Swag.
We know
Swag.
this.
No, Swag. I got a guy for you, Swag. I got a guy. Okay.
I mean, ain't that what Darnell Mooney is?
No.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you need another one. Ray is good, but you need a guy that could take the top off the defense. That's what he's looking for. He was looking for that Rondell. I need somebody. Yeah, go ahead, Blackberry.
Let Coach tell you what he did yesterday for that.
Coach,
what speaking receiver? Oh, Coach. Yes, King Richie. You took the words out of my mouth.
I would have used that.
Nash.
No, what is saying? Yes, I did a draft yesterday. I picked the best wide receiver that was available yesterday.
Oh, Coach gonna piss me off. Here we go.
The reason I did it. What is the Falcons' number one concern when they get inside the 20s? Red zone, right?
Red zone.
Yep. Red zone.
Who is your best wide receiver in the red zone that's coming out of college this year?
McMillan.
Wait. You want to take Timu Drake?
I took Timu. Listen to my point.
Oh my God.
Listen. Okay.
Wait.
Set it up.
Wait.
Let's set this up. Set the scenario up. You got doubles on both sides, right? Drake's high. You put Drake in motion. You leave Rondell Moore. I mean, Rondell. What the damn name?
Mooney. Raymond McLeod.
No.
Mooney. Okay.
Mooney. Leave Mooney 1-on-1 outside by himself. You got three drains on one side, right? You got McMillan, right. You got Drake, and you got Cal, if he's still here, whatever the hell's going to happen there.
Right.
You isolate Drake by himself because he's in motion. You got to follow him. You ain't going to leave him by himself. You can't play zone now. The zone is busted.
Yeah.
Right. And you use little man, Mooney, just send him. He is fast. He's fast enough to get down the field.
He's fast. Yes, he is.
So now you using Cal, you send a Cal across the field. Same side, he's just going back to the backside. Mooney's going down, he's doing a post or whatever he's going to do. Then you got Drake doing his thing. You got McMillan just doing whatever he's going to do. You cannot cover that. You can't.
But do you have to take McMillan when you have Nick Nash at 6'3"?
The reason I would do that because of his size. Yeah. Especially in that red zone. McMillan's a beast in the red zone.
We can't do this again. We can't do this and saying at 15.
Why not? Somebody gonna take him at 5.
Coach. Well, no, because I got the New England Patriots taking him.
I see. If
we traded up.
We traded up.
You did what?
We traded up.
Oh my God!
Listen, hold on. I got 2 first-round picks though.
How?
I did it.
What you do?
Hold on. Let me take it out.
My head hurt, man.
Hey, y'all think these teams ain't taking some of these deals? I'm telling y'all, it's a way to keep your 15 and move up.
But hold on, Blackberry.
These multiple ways.
Hold on, Blackberry. How many wide receivers can you name coming out this draft outside of Ted McMillan?
About 2 more. Well, maybe about 3 more. About 3 more receivers. Hold on. I like Jalen Owens. Nick Nash late. I like
You don't like Bond? Isaiah Bond from Texas?
Oh yeah. I like him. I like Isaiah Bond.
Do you like Pat Bryant?
This is my fantasy, man.
From Illinois. He's a 50-50. He's a go-get-it type of guy. He said, Southside said, I laugh like Chucky.
I gotta take it. All right.
I hear it now. Thank you, Southside. I hear it now.
Here we go, Magnus. This is what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
What's up?
This is what I did yesterday.
Oh my God, look at this. Coach on traded everybody. He traded me, he traded Nyght Ryder.
I want to put that guy with Cousins. I want to put that guy with Kirk Cousins.
Okay, hold on. So you moved Kirk for it's the second. Wait, hold on. So you got I see what you did here. Okay, so you got Ted, somehow Mike Green, because of his hands, moved that still at 15. Demetrius, I like Demetrius Knight. My guy Oh, you got a lot of my guys on here. You got Shamar Turner. You got my guy David Walker. Okay. Yeah. Mukuba is a heat-seeking missile. You know, just hope he don't knock himself out. You got Charles Grant, developmental tackle. Okay. You got Timu Kobe.
And the line with Kobe Bryant name got to be okay.
Right.
No, they're not. No. Hey, listen. Have you guys ever heard of this guy named Zy Frazier? He's like comp to Tariq Woolen. 6'3", 199, runs about a 4.36.
Where you from?
University of San Antonio.
What's his name again?
His name is Frazier, Zy Frazier, something like that.
Zy Frazier.
UTSA.
UTSA, man. Yeah, he runs a 4.36. He's 6'3", about 199. So he's like, so for those people that like the, yeah, but that's pretty much the size that you want for a corner. That's your range right there. So so for those guys that like Darian Porter, that's like 6'4", 2 bills. Right. It's the same thing for this guy. This is that he runs the same speed, and you could probably get him later on. That's not bad, Coach. I just like the fact of I would like to get someone that could get that level. Okay, for Nick Nash, this is my thing why I like Nick Nash. We need a guy that's going to be able to get that's a chain mover. That's going to be Penix's best friend. Now you had Chris Blair. Chris Blair ran the wrong damn route. Okay, we don't know if he ever going to see the field again, but we'll see in training camp. You got Casey Washington. Penix threw Penix threw one goal ball to him. He knocked himself out. Okay, so I don't in Denver. So I
think I see stars, Daddy. I think I see stars.
So what we need, yes, we do need a guy that could stretch the field. I know Agnew can do that. We seen Mooney can do that. We see Ray that could do that. He just slows down, but that's what happens when you play with Kirk Cousins. So, but who is your guy that could get your? But who's your guy that's your chain mover?
Kadale.
That when it's third and 5, and it's Drake. I know Drake is one of them, but Drake will come
in. Kadale Hodge.
And I bet these tacos I'm eating with Kadale Hodge.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Ant. Kadale Hodge got one job this year with him, and you got your boy Felipe and D'Angelo Malone. Run straight.
I'm just saying. He's reliable.
Why do everybody think Ibuka? I think Ibuka is just as fast as Golden.
It's just a bad who, Coach?
Golden would be the one that fast. Emeka Ibuku, he's just as fast as Golden.
But you know who I could see them take though, Coach? Kevin Winston from Penn State.
Actually, yeah.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because Raheem knows Franklin from Penn State. He has the and the only reason why he's not higher is because he got hurt. But he doesn't have to start. Fuller has what? A 1 year guaranteed with us? I know it's a 2-year deal, but it's pretty much like a 1 year guarantee, right?
Okay. Guaranteed what, 8 mil?
Right.
Yeah.
So what you could do is like you can groom him up, and as you seen what your boy did, right? You seen what Ulbrich could do. And the more I look at what Ulbrich did on the Jets, when we talking about learning from somebody, he learned from Saleh, one of the better defensive coordinators in the league. But it seems like he's not afraid to pull that trigger and put somebody in that could play. Because C.J. Mosley was the veteran, and he put an unknown guy in Sherwood, and he's like, my system is best suited for a guy like this. Mm-hmm. And he was able to pull the trigger. I like guys.
We need somebody like that.
Right. And I think Ulbrich is still pissed off about that 2016 loss. That's why you see us running this shit back with a lot of familiar faces. I think what's going to happen is like he's going to get guys, and what Ulbrich does is that he gets guys with high athletic upside, like a Will McDonald, and he gets the most out of them. So don't be surprised if he looks at a Jeffrey Bossa. Don't be surprised if he looks at
D'Angelo Malone.
Hey, he's not just Forrest Gump, okay?
What?
I think he's not just Forrest Gump. He proved
damn it, man.
Wait, let me see. Hold on. You said we?
No, this is serious though. If you look at D'Angelo Malone when he was in college,
oh my God!
Now think about this. That kid was unstoppable. He was unstoppable.
Yeah.
He has the same upside that you see with that Mike Green. He was just like Mike Green. Everybody
he could definitely get off.
Who's hopping about Mike Green? He has that same upside that Mike Green that we see in Mike Green.
When you talking about Malone?
Yeah,
Malone. Yeah, D-Lo.
He looked just like he was a Mike Green who everybody's loving right now. Maybe the opportunity was given to him.
Okay, so if we're going by that scenario and it coincides with what I said, that Ulbrich takes guys with high athletic upside and just puts them in, and they don't think. The thing about the Jets defense is like they wasn't thinking. You know,
they just go do their job.
They just go and just do their job. That's why what ATO Leo said right here.
Man, the Jets don't think at all.
Listen, a lot of people here that's watching, it's like I know they're not familiar with how that defense ran up there. Being the fact I'm from the region, I was forced to see with one of those Falcons 4:00 games. I was forced to look at that defense. It's legit, but they don't think like that. It's not a very complex type of defense. It is really not. That's why Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson was able to pop like that, man.
San Francisco the same way.
San Francisco's the same way. Now they was able to develop Fred Warner into what he is, and Ward into what he is, and Hufanga into what he is. But again, and let me not miss him out. And Nick Bosa. So they had talent. But for someone like Javon Kinlaw who came in, look how he popped. So it's there. So, but the thing about defense is like the more simple he is, the better your defense will be. You can't have your guys out there like overthinking and stuff like that.
That's why I like Jack Sawyer.
And that's why Blackberry says he likes Jack Sawyer. Okay.
Now with all these new defensive pieces we just got in, how much input do you think Albright had in getting these guys in here?
So wait, say it again, Coach.
How much input do you think Jeff Albright had in bringing these guys in, or is it just a Terry that we're going to try these guys?
No, I think they're talking to him.
Okay.
I think that. Well, see, this is why I got to answer King Richie. Remember, Jeff Ulbrich, our linebacker core wasn't shit because guess who? Remember that guy that used to be here that we let go and he went to Jacksonville? Who coached him? 4-year lower cone? Another Curtis.
Jeff Ulbrich. Yeah.
Jeff Ulbrich.
He coached him.
Yep.
And guess what? Who coached Deion Jones?
Deion Jones.
Devondre Campbell. He got a lot of guys paid. He got a lot of guys paid. Now that linebacking core is not worse than what we have now. No, but what
can stay healthy.
But and I think that's the thing. Is like, do I believe that can Troy Anderson be our Will McDonald? Just to be our water boy. Just to go out there, shoot to get, see ball, get ball. That's all I want you to do. That's all I need you to do.
Or you can become a running back again.
I mean, he's 240 pounds,
Jack
but
Swaggle is the epitome of see ball, get ball, or
kill the man with the ball.
Jack Swaggle playing football again?
I guess that's what he'll. That's probably what he'll call Sawyer.
Talking about Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
Is he talking about Jack Campbell?
All American?
No, I think he's talking about like Jack Sawyer.
Oh, Jack. Oh, okay.
I think he's talking about that. But I think he's gonna call him Swagger though. That's all right, man.
Hey, Blackberry, don't be mad. I call Liam Cole and Liam Neeson.
The Southside said, I think what King Richie is saying, he's dying. They were good with Ulbrich. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. But again, Ulbrich coached Foyer. And remember how good he was. Let's not forget that we was upset when Foyer
got him paid too.
He got him paid handsomely. And when I look at that, and this goes back to my original question, y'all. They got Devin Lloyd. Okay. They got Josh Allen, but he's Josh Hines Allen, the rush end, right? Mm-hmm. You got Foyer. I think that's the reason why these things started circulating, because they don't believe that they'd be able to pay that man, Mr. Walker. I don't think they'd be able to pay him. So you might as well get something for him and kind of like reset it for the next 4 to 5 years, get that cheap talent, because I don't think they'd be able to pay him for the next like 2 years. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get ahead of this before it's too late, especially in a highly rated defensive draft in terms of edge.
Right.
I think that's what they're trying to do. So as a GM, also that's part of your job is to project. Terry did that last year when he got MP9, because to hedge your bets and your job on an aging 37-year-old quarterback and have nothing in but like behind him, no, you can't do that. So they did that with Desmond Ridder. Can't do it again. Can't do it again. Okay. So just Larry just says, I think Ulbrich is having a
Larry.
Smoke on.
He's getting. Yes, I agree. I think he's having a lot of input, and I think what Raheem does is that he trusts Ulbrich too. So do I believe that he learned something? And I believe so. I believe he was in like those draft rooms and seeing like who he should get. Hell, Ulbrich was calling the defense. He was calling the defenses up there. Mm-hmm. The Jets just gave up last year, but their defense was legit for at least like 2 years.
Look at their quarterback was.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that part.
Now, here we go. What he said. Deion Jones was a beast when he was here. Y'all forgot about Poole. I like that, just not in coverage.
He couldn't cover shit. He couldn't cover a twin side bed with a king size sheet.
Listen, y'all, the 2017 defense was the 8th best defense in the league that year.
Which team you talk about?
The 2017 Falcons.
The next year.
Okay, gotcha.
The 8th best defense. They won a playoff game, but they didn't have
scoring. Defense. I mean, offense got terrible that year.
Yeah, they couldn't. I mean, that defense didn't have some world beater at linebacker. They didn't have a world beater on the edge, and Grady Jarrett was probably the best player on the defense.
Right.
I mean, we beat Arizona though.
What it is you have to put a collective together, and you got to just bring it out of. I mean, I think some coach will tell you that. You just got to bring the best out of these, whatever group you put together.
Right.
Bring the best out of them. You don't have to have. That's why I don't want us to go get Trayvon Walker. I think you can find Trayvon Walker right here in this draft. That's my honest opinion.
Who remember who the offensive coordinator was in 2017?
Steve Sarkisian.
Hell yeah. They should have let my boy there have a 6-pack in the booth. Maybe we would have been better.
But Steve Sarkisian was way better than who we had when
he was a scapegoat. Steve got fired because he
was a scapegoat.
Right.
Just like Monquel Maine was a scapegoat too.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Well, you know what? Guess what? He's doing just fine in Texas. He's doing just fine in Texas, though. So obviously something is
making more money
up.
That's always been our most consistent issue here in Atlanta is the revolving door of coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That's in
the franchise coaches.
It's at the coordinator position.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I know coordinators are meant to get promoted. Once you become a coordinator, you're pretty much just waiting in line till you get your head coach to be next up to get your head coaching job. I get it.
Right. Goodbye, Zach. Next year.
Well, I think Ulbricht's here to stay.
I'm talking about the offensive coordinator. He's gone next year.
Zach,
he's gone, but guess what? TJ Yates is going to be just as good. I have faith in TJ Yates. He already got rapport with MP9. Yeah. And with the extra year with him, oh my God. Smooth transition. Come on, bro. Smooth it.
Savage can't let you say that, partner.
What happened?
He say it was only the 8th best because we blew teams out. So
not that year.
Even if we did just put up a whole bunch of points on teams, it's 60 minutes.
You still got a
football.
Yeah.
It's 60 minutes of football. So your offense can be great, but your defense can still be sorry as hell.
Mm-hmm. We've seen that.
We see that.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
The offense can be sorry as hell, but the defense. Yeah. Hello, Trent Dilfer.
Well, ask Baltimore.
Yep. Trent Dilfer.
Ask Pittsburgh the past 5-6 years. Oh, wait a minute, my bad. For those that like those head busting coaches, guess what? Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game since 2017. What y'all think about him now?
Why I didn't even think about that? You right.
He hasn't won a playoff game since 2017.
So has anybody watched
some
the
people
Rick Pitt over the past few episodes?
Right.
Has anybody watched the Rex Pit?
if you don't watch the Rex Pit, hey, plug your show real quick right now, man. Plug it.
Y'all need to go watch. Go back a few episodes on the Rex Pit on my channel, The Home Team with Blackberry. That's Blackberry, no C, just a K.
No
on YouTube.
Hey, baby.
Rex
KKK.
Hey, what's that? Blackberry. What's it? Rex Pick, Dex Pick, Hex Pick. Niggas and fire.
Hawks Info.
Okay, so Michael says this. Michael says this. Tomlin keeps a winning record without a QB though. But remember, his motto is the standard is the standard. What is your motto? What is your standard? When we talk about culture for the Atlanta Falcons, we really still haven't answered that question yet. What is the standard as a Pittsburgh Steeler?
That's the thing.
Is it just keeping a winning record? Is it championships or just making the playoffs?
We never had a culture.
But if the standard is a standard, they're still reeling from Ben Roethlisberger. Thank God that we was able to get and pivot off of Desmond Ridder just like that. Okay, Thank God we was able to pivot off of Matt Ryan just like that. There are teams that hasn't pivoted off of what's his name, Joe Namath.
The Falcons pivot better than any team in the history of the NFL, man.
I would say that they pivot quick.
Yeah, we can pivot off a bad situation fast, man. So we got to give that credit at least.
Yeah, it wasn't as fast as we would like. Now, did we pivot off of Julio? Yeah, because we got old Slide, but then we pivoted off of Slide, and then we got Drake.
Yep.
Okay, so we're good with that. Okay, but when it comes to the quarterback position, how confident? Now remember, Washington was in this situation too. They just struck gold like that when they took Jaden Daniels. I knew Jaden Daniels was going to be good. I didn't know this good.
Yeah,
the thing is with Washington, you got to think Washington, they have huge organizational issues.
Yeah, I got to think about Washington's been drafting their top 5 and 3 for the last 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, that's how they ended up with Allen and
with all their good talent.
They better have something in the
But that's how they had remember how good their D-line. Payne and Allen and Montez Sweat and all. Yeah.
Yep.
The blessing for Washington was for them getting Dan Snyder ass out the damn devil.
Yeah, because Dan Quinn is a good coach, man. I know
he
got a sound taste in our mouth with him.
When he's not trying to take over everything in the whole organization.
Right.
That was his problem in Atlanta. He's trying to run
every damn good coordinator. He is a good coordinator.
He is. I'll say that. Coach.
Yeah. And that's y'all know that's how we got Michael Penix, right? Y'all do know that.
How we got what?
Y'all don't know that?
No. I'm saying like
your boy.
Go ahead.
Your boy Terry Fontenot had been watching Jaden Daniels ever since he was in New Orleans.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Coach has been telling us. Well, we knew it already, but we didn't know about them. They didn't go to see Penix until the last minute.
Yes, that's
and
true.
We didn't know about it till the last minute. That's because they had got word through the grapevine that Washington is going to pick Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
The league talks.
They do.
I think they wanted Jaden Daniels. I think they thought that they was going to be able to get him. But when they got buzzed that Washington said they ain't moving, they going to get him.
Yeah.
Let's go check this young. Let's go check the young bull out up here.
Yeah.
Washington.
That ain't bad. Hey, listen. Hey, Blackberry. Let me pivot. Go back to that question again. I know. We're still stuck on this thing here, right? About the whole with Trayvon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's going on in Philadelphia right now?
How Roseman getting all the Georgia players?
A system.
Wait a minute. Knight Rider hit on it, and you hit on it too. Philadelphia has 10 picks this draft. You don't think they want to do and get Trayvon Walker? They just let one of their edges go, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't they? Mm-hmm. You don't think he's sitting there looking at Trey and say, like, I will bring him and keep that machine going up there? Yeah. And I ain't got to pay you for like another 2 years?
Hey, let me find out how Rosen built the house in Athens.
Listen, sometimes you got to do these things so that other teams don't get them.
Yeah.
They just lost their edge. They just lost their edge.
Athens. He'll build it in Athens and he'll travel to Athens.
And Nathan Floyd said they also signed Aziz.
They signed Aziz.
Aziz. Yes.
Yeah.
So you don't think with 10 draft picks that they won't call? We got to stop this now, man. We got to stop it, man. There's a machine that's going on in Philadelphia. If you thought Kansas City was bad, what do you think is happening up there? You think they're going to get any worse? They're getting younger. They just let Darius Slay go.
Meanwhile,
Malachi Starks. Hold on, Blackberry. Hold on, Blackberry. Malachi Starks might fall to them, man.
Okay.
Which one of those kids gonna sit on the bench then? Slay gone. So yeah, okay, never mind.
Slay is gone. So now it's Coop in oh my God.
Riley Moss.
Riley Moss is in Denver. Riley Moss is in Denver.
You know why?
Who's the other white kid they got there? They got 2 white kids right there.
No, this the black dude from Toledo.
Yeah, you talking about Mitchell, but they got 2. They got
Mitchell.
They got white. They got 2 white.
Oh, you talking about Blankenship? You talking about Blankenship?
Blankenship
from the safety. Blankenship. Yeah, go ahead, Black. What you said?
Blankenship.
Blankenship. Yeah, go ahead, Black. What you said?
I was gonna say, man. We gotta combat the moves they made. You just gotta combat it. Same thing.
But if they ask for a second, Blackberry, you wouldn't be intrigued by that? If they just ask for a second, straight up?
For Trayvon Walker?
Yeah. Now you solve your issue.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. How you feel about it, Coach?
I got Blackberry thinking now.
I had to think about that also because I like Trayvon, but damn, I'm thinking about what you gonna do in like I said in 2 years when his contract's up.
And my thing is,
okay, I'm sorry, Blackberry. Go ahead.
Is he a big enough of a splash move where he make that much of a damn difference?
Okay, I'm glad you said that because that's why you still get Kenneth Grant at 15.
Yeah, Magnus, you don't left Mike Green high and dry, man.
Listen, no, he leaves girls high and dry. I don't like that.
Whoa.
Damn.
I need to drink some water.
Bang, bang, bang.
Damn. The Drake London. You got to
Don't do that, Skip.
Wow.
Let me do the Drake London.
That's a 50 cal right there.
Hey, listen. now, but okay. So the thing about Mike Green, allegedly Southside, allegedly at 2 different places, high school and Virginia Tech. Oh, I'm just saying, if there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, that
was a hell of a tractor beam.
Yeah, high school and okay, all right.
What the hell did he do?
It is the place of lovers.
Sexual assault. Now the thing is, like, you can't bring somebody that has sexual assault. And thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike Green in the A with those charges.
Keep him away from. Keep him away from full industrial and Buford Highway.
Hey, you know, in Atlanta, they could be anything. You don't know.
All these different different cultural movements down here. Hell no.
Atlanta ain't no real place no more.
Okay, so the last thing that we need is to have like a Eddie Murphy thing. We have the tranny in the back seat. That's the thing we don't need.
What it was PLC said. Y'all know who got caught in the Range Rover with the boy.
He said Timothy Davis, who is better than Trayvon Walker in the draft? We don't know.
No, we don't know now. Now,
everybody got the pads on.
But here's the thing, though. This is what we do know: 10.5 sacks the past 2 years. That's what we do know. Okay,
got 3.5 first year.
Right, but he's moving up. Guess what? Your boy with the largest arms in the freaking league, Daniil Hunter, he popped late too.
Yep.
He popped late too. So when you draft somebody here, what are you expecting from Mike Green year one? Statistically.
Oh, I'm expecting for Mike Green to take his ass to bed.
Well, I mean, personal way, yeah.
Just go to bed. Take your ass to bed, boy.
Go to bed.
Now, okay, so how about this, Blackberry?
Like Nyght Ryder say, go take a bath and go to bed.
Take your bath and go to bed. You go there and take your bath.
Yes, Crockett. Crockett, I absolutely agree with you. The last 2 years, Mike Green has been legit. Now, there was another guy that was mocked to us as well. Do you want a guy with character issues and a James Pierce?
James Pierce Jr.
Now, James Pierce is falling. James Pierce is falling because of
what's his character issues?
Team related.
Hell no.
Work ethic related.
Hell no. James Pierce Jr. equals Vic Beasley.
No.
Vic Beasley is a guy that
he popped one year. Vic Beasley had the wrong
problem though.
Vic Beasley's problem was he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, Dan Quinn happened to him.
Right.
They put him in the wrong. Like when he got those 16 sacks, like I don't know what happened the following year.
That makes sense. I'm glad y'all said that because I did. My first cousin, he's a Falcons fan. He also told me that Dan Quinn didn't want Vic Beasley fucking with Chuck Smith.
Yeah, he didn't want nobody. He didn't want Chuck Smith.
But
that's the reason why Chuck Smith don't fuck with the Falcons right now.
But when you do things in the offseason, that's on you who you decide to train with.
Yeah, you got to pay for that.
Tell me.
Grady kept seeing him.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. So you mean tell me like I can't go? All right, whatever, dude.
Anyway. I think Dan Quinn kind of learned that lesson though, because see when you try to damn control shit, knowing you know the fuck going on, you lose your job.
I mean, cause I think you're right now, Ryder. Because Frankie Louisville, he looked like he elevated.
He elevated his game.
Yeah. He elevated his game.
Well, see, Frankie Louisville is supposed to be his Bruce Irvin. Frankie Louisville is basically Bruce Irvin. Mm-hmm. Dante Fowler will always have a job as long as Dan Quinn has a job.
That's his
sorry sack of shit.
Yeah, but they just be the same damn player, him and Bruce Irvin.
Everybody let's food fighting.
Let's pivot back though. Let's pivot back though. So let me ask you something, Blackberry. Look at what Michael put here. Wait, let me go back up here. Right here. Michael. So obviously, like I said, you have Walker. Now I'm gonna take Green out because I just mentioned other people that we could possibly draft. Probably like put your Sawyer in there. Okay, you got Rook, Floyd, and Dorless. What do you think about your pass rush at that point?
Brandon Trice.
Don't forget.
And
Trice,
I'm taking, and we cannot forget Trice. Let's take Green out and let's put Kenneth Grant there.
Hey, don't you?
Let's put that instead of Green. Let's put Kenneth Grant there.
And what Walker is that?
Hey, you talking about is this Trayvon Walker?
This is Trey, yeah.
Deontay Walker.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
The big guy from Kentucky.
Oh, wait a minute. Todd Butler says $4.99. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, Todd.
Felipe Franks is back. This is a sign that the Falcons are ready to. Oh boy, from your mouth to God's ears, but it's not because of Felipe Franks, brother. I'm telling you right now, man.
Felipe gonna be blocking. Okay, I'm letting you know that he gonna be blocking.
Back,
you know what?
Welcome back, Felipe.
You know what though?
Welcome back, Felipe.
Felipe is about what? 6'5", 6'6"?
6'7".
6'7".
Oh, so we got a Timu. We got a Timu, Levine, Tulalolo. Guess what?
Let me talk.
We got coach.
We did when we ran Tulalolo back. We did go to Super Bowl that year.
Hey, coach though, listen. Hey, listen, coach. Real quick though, you don't need a Ted McMillan. Just throw it up to Felipe. Yo, I guarantee you, Felipe is going to be open in the red zone.
Hey, think about this, y'all. Think about this also. I want y'all to look at this. Felipe was on the team when Kyle had that good year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And when Felipe left, Kyle didn't.
No, coach. No.
I see what you're doing,
coach. Motivation.
Ant looking at you.
Motivation.
You got Ant pulling
Think about this. Hold on now. That was motivation for the man.
No, Blackberry. Me and Coach talked about this yesterday.
That's motivation, bro. Think about it.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. No need to move for nobody to do nothing better.
That was his roommate, though, bro.
But let's just see what. Okay, this is what
Felipe.
Nobody
to split the grocery bill with no more.
But this is what Felipe is going to do.
They're making money now.
But this is what Felipe is going to do. Felipe is basically going to be a special teams guy because you see how the fact that what he did was when he was on Carolina. He's going to be a gunner. Him is going to be Mike Ford. Is going to be D'Angelo Moan. That's your depth right there, okay? But Felipe is also going to get sprinkled in the red zone. I don't think anybody respects him enough that they're going to guard him. So if you mess up and you mess around and you got to guard Kyle, that's 6'6". You got Drake, that's 6'5".
There you go.
What you have is on a rollout, you'll have and he's fast too. He's going to be coming off that rollout with Michael Penix. And guess what? Michael Penix is a
Levine Tololo.
What you said, Blackberry?
Is he fast?
Yeah, he's fast enough.
4.5, 4.6, I think.
He's faster than Warner. All I need you to do is be fast enough on a rollout. That's it. Roll with me. That's it. And I'm a dual threat.
So they gonna use like Taysom Hill.
They could do that too. You could do that too. But again, but things like that gives you options because guess what? Our third tight end was who? Liam McCullough?
No,
he's our long snapper.
I'm just talking shit because I don't think he's going to be doing a damn thing. Besides,
I think, but okay, outside of like your top
passing out water and towels,
but outside of your top 22, Blackberry, because that's a lot of the problem that we have as a fan base. We only see the Falcons for 22 people.
Mm-hmm. I'd be looking.
Who's beneath them? Who's next?
Gotta have.
You got Kyle. You got Warner, right? You brought back Liam McCullough as your long snapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need probably one more guy, and Kyle's in a contract year. I don't know what Zach Robinson is probably looking at how this guy is, but if he's a better blocker than Kyle, I don't know. Maybe we still got Dwelly too.
No, he's not being a bitch.
I think. Yeah.
He needs
so
to stop being a bitch.
So the thing is with that is like straight up. I think that not only is he going to make this team, I don't think he's going to have impact. So let's just like stop that right there. Let's stop saying all these guys that they're signing is going to have like instant impact. Jordan Fuller, impact. Mike Ford is basically special teams. A lot of these guys are special teams. Remember, they brought back their whole entire offensive line.
I'm cool with Mike Ford on spell. I'm cool with him being a designated special teams guy. I'm cool with it.
Yes. And I think that's what we're going to be trying to do. Just like what Coach, and then look what Coach said yesterday when you got a James Agnew, a field flipper. You're trying to make jobs easier for Michael Penix.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can't have
Agnew on them end arounds.
Exactly.
Use him on them end around too.
And guess what? He's good with the ball in his hands too. He's really good with the ball in his hands.
That's what she said.
Anthony. Now, hold on, Skip. Wait a minute, man.
Now, Anthony.
Hold on, Michael. Warner. Fred. Not Fred Warner. Charlie Warner is your fullback. All right, let's go. Blackberry, what was you saying?
No, I'm sorry. I ain't shitting on Felipe Franks, man. Like I said yesterday on Coach Show, I'm proud of Felipe for having the work ethic that he got in, because you don't have that work ethic and be a player of his status and leave your team that you came in with and still be getting paid this amount of years later. He's usually in that 80 percentile that don't make it past year 3 or 4.
First contract,
so, I appreciate. I know when he get here, he gonna work his ass off, and that's when that's what I can appreciate about him. So when I say he might be a designated special team guy, that ain't no bad thing. I told y'all. I told the fan base a couple years ago, the Baltimore Ravens they keep not just a good defense, they keep a damn good special teams unit.
Yes.
And when you go back and look at the Ed Reed and Jamal, the Ray Lewis days and all, when you also saw one hellified special teams group. So you need a hellified special teams group to make sure that you stay disciplined.
Mm-hmm. You know, I totally agree with you. I mean, Michael says that he has to work hard to make the 53 on special teams. I think he's going to make the special teams. He's going to make it here. Just off the fact of just hard work.
Almost everybody out there, he's going to outwork them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He doesn't have to stay getting paid this long.
Yeah. I mean, him and Hodge, because Hodge busts his ass on special teams.
Yeah.
And you get a guy like Felipe Franks across from him. Like, what they're trying to do is, like, they're trying to stop you from getting to the 40. But then we're going to make our job easier with James Agnew so that we can at least get to the 40, 45 yard line.
Felipe will block for you. He will block for you.
That's one thing for sure. He will block. He has developed himself into a pretty good blocker. Not a great blocker like Warner, but a pretty good blocker. And again, when they do these concepts for him, if he decides to sub in on offense and whatnot, he's going to be open. He's going to be open. I don't think anybody's going to be guarding him.
Especially if you still got Kyle Pitts and you still got Mooney.
What's up, Drew?
And
exactly. Ray. And here's the thing, though. The draft hasn't got here yet. What if they was to draft a Nick Nash? What if they was to draft a Bond? A guy that could absolutely 4.3, 4.2 speed and hit straight down and hit the post.
Man, I would go post corner with Mooney and Nash both in the slot.
Yes.
I would do that shit about 4 times a game. I would do that shit a lot.
Let me tell you something, man. Nick Nash just gets open. That's just what he does. Yeah. Nick Nash.
He got some crazy separation speed, man.
He does. You know what he is? He's if you talk about for all the Starbucks people that drink coffee, he's a half and half Cooper Kupp. For those of y'all that like half and half, man. he's a Nestle's quick Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like that Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
oh, you know who he remind me of when I see him when he's running? The separation speed. Got that Santonio Holmes.
Santonio.
Ooh. Santonio Holmes.
The ability to separate after you done already accelerated. That's impressive.
Look, Blackberry. I don't care what Santonio you would have said after that. Santonio Holmes.
I know, right?
I don't care what he would have said after that.
Right.
And here's the thing, though, Blackberry. He's 6'3". Santonio Holmes was 5'10". So you talk about like you're getting those nasty moves as somebody about just as big as Drake.
Accelerate and then accelerate again. Like it ain't no.
And guess
like who? Man,
guess what you could do?
Stop and start is something else.
But guess what you could do though? Guess what you could do? He's 6'3". Move him to that Z. Now you can move Mooney in and let him be that guy that does that cheat motion.
Yeah.
And then he could get a free run and go and shoot straight up the field. You can do that.
Which is why it's very important to have a good center this year.
Wilson.
Because if you're gonna do plays like that,
Wilson,
you're going to the middle to hold up.
And you know what? I think we're gonna be all right for the simple fact that Penix reads the defense very well. You know, like he knows exactly.
The ball's gone.
He knows how to get the ball.
The ball's gone. Yeah, like so, but again, I keep saying this every single time we talk about this man, and it sounded arrogant when he said it. He said it's people running open in his offense. I keep saying it every time he said it in the interview. I kind of sat back, like I did one of like Ant's moves. We kind of sits back, and I was like, he ain't lying. There was people running open. Kirk just didn't see him.
Yeah,
How many times have we saw on the all 22 that Kirk just missed guys like this wide open because he's waiting for Drake to break through 2-3 guys
every game, and he was force feeding it in double and triple coverage. And it was never to Kyle Pitts. That's why when I try to tell folks bag up. Wait a minute, bag up. Go back and look at all the tape. Kyle Pitts did not get doubled that much. Not as much as y'all think he did.
Nope.
He didn't get doubled that much.
Man. A lot of misreads. A
lot of misreads. One in the beginning in that first quarter of the season, when I'm gonna say when we was playing really well on offense, Mooney and Ray was able to do deep drags. They was able to do the deep slants. They was able to do the deep digs. They was doing a lot of routes that were deep, and they were getting open. And so teams said, shit, you know what? How about we just keep 2 over the top and y'all figure that shit out after that?
That's true. And it's funny, like what Blackberry's saying, is like, I would love to get a center that can grow with him, but I would not be upset because what Atlanta did when we had Ice, what we did is like we went out and got a veteran. And we got Alex Mack. You got a veteran that could call out the mics and all that, so that just take the pressure off Ice and just let him work. Mm-hmm. You could do it again if you want to with David Andrews that just got released. Okay, he went to Georgia as well, but he's another going to be an old ass guy that's going to be collecting money, down here. Now, does he want to? It's up to him. Does he want to deal with a developmental quarterback or whatever like that? That's up to him.
Is David Andrews the caliber of center that Alex Mack was?
No.
Like, I don't think I want to do that.
How dare
you? We got lucky with Alex Mack. Let's be real. We was just lucky to be able that he was available when he was at that time.
That was a Shanahan thing, but that was his boy.
Now, here, okay, let me paint this picture for you. Coach knows this, Ant knows this, and I'm gonna see if you know this, Blackberry. I think his name is Jared Wilson. Is that his name from Georgia? Mm-hmm. Yep. Jared Wilson. Okay. No.
Not Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Dog. Okay, so he ran a 4.8.
4.8.
Can you imagine somebody getting to the second level with Bijan behind him? Okay, at 4.8, he's already on the second level. By the time that Bijan takes his second step out the backfield, he's already at the second level. You surround him.
Imagine,
yes, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine him. I can imagine him overrunning the first guy in his line of sight. That's what I can imagine.
What is wrong with you today?
Running too fast. I don't care about that. I don't care about that running fast stuff, man.
No. The reason why I'm saying that is like I'm not worried. I'm not saying that running fast, running past. I'm not worried about that. What I'm saying is like he's fast enough to get to that second level faster than Newsel could get there. And he ran that wide zone scheme, same like Kirby did.
Exactly.
Like same like Kirby did. Kirby runs that zone scheme. And your job is just to get to the second level. You pair him with Ledford, who's one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. He got no choice but to be another Jason Kelsey. If he puts in the work.
I feel you. I mean, yeah, he gonna be able to get places, to get the spots quick, get to the second level quick. I get it. I'd rather have somebody that when they get to the second level, they smart enough to hit the first person that they see.
You don't think he would do that?
I don't know.
He's pretty good at the run game.
He is.
I don't know. What was
from what we've seen and what he's projected to be and all that is like he hasn't given up a sack in college. He's a good enough athlete to run that wide zone scheme. And shout out to what's his name? Ratledge? Their guard? Rutledge. Okay. He's another one that's going to be one of those gems where you plug him up at guard and just let him go. It seems like that offensive line has some serious athletes. Yeah. So trust me, trust and believe. Now, if that happens, like I don't know, I don't think he's gonna come to Atlanta. But if they was, Anyway, I'm not. Let me stop. I'm getting too excited right now. I'm getting too excited. But if I'm talking about just straight, just offense, like it's a glaring need at center, and there's only a few guys out there that could really, like I think Jake Majors is another one from the University of Texas who runs that Sarkisian scheme. Same thing. And shout out to my boy Jerome. He said it. The guy is super smart. Okay, he knows how to close out the mics and all that.
Linemen last a long time in the NFL.
Yes,
they do.
So,
they do.
As long as those knees stay healthy, it'd be good.
Yeah. Well, it's something about Texas and those. Oh boy, we do have somebody from Texas. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. We got somebody from Texas running the ball right now. So let me stop. But again, this is what I would like. Okay. I would do the whole thing with Trey, but I would also come off Tyler, maybe Kyle, maybe Kyle, definitely Tyler, because just for the sake of draft capital, or if we can move Kirk before that time, maybe I wouldn't. But what I would like to do is I would look at Trey, maybe, okay. Then you have Rook, then you have Dorless. Then you have Floyd. Like now you have something to build on. And then I'm still drafting Kenneth Grant. No matter what, I'm still drafting Kenneth Grant because I'm trading back. So no matter what I do, it's like I'm still going to be drafting Kenneth Grant, with my first pick, possibly at around like 18, 19, 20-ish. In terms of safety, maybe go for Abuka, maybe Kevin Winston, even your boy Billy Bowman or Sanker. Something like that, like somebody you could develop, because Jordan Fuller's probably going to be holding it down for like the next couple years. In terms of like a boundary corner, Hughes did enough, and what Ulbrich did with a 5'9" DJ Reed was able to get him paid. So what can he do, with the guy with a Hughes, and what you have a guy with Clark Phillips? I like that at that point. Okay, Then you got your depth as your Mike Fords and Keith Trailers and stuff like that, So I like that aspect of it all. Now we got to go to the linebacking core. Okay, the guy with the best name in the NFL, Divine Diablo.
Diablo.
The good devil.
Hey, Percy, my friend.
The good devil.
The good devil. Now, all this, do you guys believe that we're out of the, people talk about like Jihad. Jihad's not going to be there. Jihad's not getting past Tampa. He's just not. So let's get off of Jihad. He's gone. You guys agree with that?
That's saying we trade back.
We're trading back.
Well, no, he's gone.
He's gone. Okay. What about if we're talking about? What if we get to? How about this? What if we was to take another hometown kid, Barrett Carter, to be? Because let's just look at this. Caden Ellis. If we're talking about being a GM, Caden Ellis' contract, I believe, is up after this year. He's going to be 31 or 32 years old for that last contract. We can't give him that. Thank you for your service. I'm not giving no 31, 32-year-old no more money. I'm sorry, Leonard Floyd, you are the last one. Okay, but that is it.
Bye-bye.
So by that time, you got to have somebody else sitting there waiting. Now, Blackberry, Coach, I'm asking you two guys, have you guys seen anybody that could be waiting in the wings, that could be possibly draftable or somebody on our team?
In the second round?
No. Just moving forward. We talk about gems right now. Let me bring this up on the screen.
No way.
We talk about gems after round one.
I got one.
Oh,
I think Ant got one.
Y'all go ahead.
Ant was doing his homework. I see you, Ant.
I was looking at somebody today. Absolutely.
Oh yeah? Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
He's a real project.
Okay.
Might be 7th round.
Ooh, okay. We got 2 7th-round picks.
Kane Madrano, linebacker from UCLA.
Okay.
He ran fast.
You say his name is Kane? I like his name.
Kane, yeah.
Yeah, we got Kane and Diablo. We going straight biblical right here, boy.
Anyway.
Okay.
I mean,
So
he needs some work because he misses some tackles and in space, but
he can cover though.
He can cover, and he reacts fast. And
okay.
It's something to build on.
They got some guys on that UCLA team that could play, like that edge guy. Oh God, that guy with the African name. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. But then you got Schwetzinger. Their Mike is another good one. Jeffrey Bassa is another good one. He's a converted safety that plays linebacker. He's good in space. And then you have again, you're looking at Barry Carter, that's the hometown kid. What were you saying?
What's funny is he's a converted wide receiver.
So he has ball skills.
Yes, it shows. It shows.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: he better be better than Troy. Yeah, I'm tired of these guys that played offense and boy. Anyway,
I got one. Yeah, he's a little light though. I think he put him about another 5 to 10 pounds. Kid out of Indiana.
Same here. Yeah.
Indiana.
His name is Jalen Walker. I think his name is.
Wait, Timu Jalen?
Well, his name is Jalen Walker. Timu.
Timu Jalen.
eBay Jalen.
Yeah, I think.
What's up, Texas boy?
He has some upside too. I think.
I think that's what you have to do. A lot of these drafts, like our draft, has to be straight upside.
Yeah.
Like we can't go developmental because Terry, you ain't got that kind of time. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything has to be on complete upside. And that means that something has to be shown like right then and there between the beginning of the season towards the end.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question here, Mag. I asked these guys this yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to win it all now to get where you want to be at? Are you willing to give all your? Are you willing to sacrifice your picks next year to do that?
No.
Like,
well, you talk about like how many we talking about here?
Okay. If you want this, if you want it, you want me. That means sacrificing. Okay. I want to get another first round pick. All right. I want to move up early. Are you willing to give it your first next year to get to that top?
To get who?
To get to 1, 2, 3.
What you gonna do, Magnus?
Okay.
Would you do that? Would you sacrifice the next year first round pick? Just say you want to go get shit. I'm gonna put him out there. Travis Hunter. Just off the head. If you want to go get Travis Hunter, are you willing to say, okay, I'm gonna give up my first round pick next year to go get this guy, but I'm gonna keep my 15 also?
No. For the simple fact is like because you said Travis Hunter.
Okay.
I need a difference maker.
Who is that difference maker you want?
Defense.
Who is that difference maker you want?
I think the one that I want, I can get. Like if I can get a Mason Graham, if I can get a Kenneth Grant, but in terms of like that top level, it's like who is it? It's Abdul, it's Travis, and then it free falls after that.
Okay, I got.
Is it really Will Johnson? Benjamin Morrison? Like who's that guy that can affect the game and wreck the game? Right. Now that's coming off the edge. That's coming off the edge. But again,
wait a minute, y'all. Y'all do he did more than attack from the edge. You do know that.
Yeah, he attacked.
I know that, but we don't have that guy next to him. No. Yes, Dorless is good. We have to free him up though. The same thing they did with Micah. We have to free him up. We have to scheme him up. Who's that guy that we could scheme up around him that he can go and at least hell on the quarterback?
But see, what you talking about is somebody that need help. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody, we got to work as a team.
Everybody, got to be a team. Yeah, right.
Yes. But we talking about somebody that, regardless of what's going on next to them, they can impact the game. That's what we talk about.
I see what you're saying there, and I'll rebuttal and do this. When I keep looking and I keep going back to the New York Jets tape. I keep looking at it. They're not a heavy blitzing team, and it's all centered around Quinnen Williams. and the amount of hell that he can unleash upon the defense, upon that guard, and upon that center. I think that could be another reason why they were okay with letting Grady Jarrett go, because he's not Quinnen Williams. So can you get somebody that can affect the quarterback up the middle so that he can't step forward? Because I'm tired of seeing that week in and week out, that the guys, a Delangelo Malone in coach's case, AK, that can get upfield, and then freaking Baker Mayfield walks out the back door.
Yeah.
And runs for like 10 or 15 yards. I'm tired of seeing that. Who is that guy now that can push that pocket? Yes,
I've done mocks.
Yes.
Well, I get a higher pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I get an Abdul Carter.
Who's pushing the pocket?
I still got my 15th pick. I ain't gave up my 15th.
So what'd you give up?
I can still get Grant. I can still get Harmon at 15.
You think Harmon's gonna be there at 15?
I already told Derek Harmon could be there. Or you know what I think the kind of ability Derek Harmon got.
Yeah, I get you. But okay. How about this, Blackberry? I mentioned his name earlier. Jamari Caldwell. He is, in terms of your first and second down, he had an 87 point something run grade.
He's very good at stopping.
He's very good against the run. What are we weak at?
We're not that weak at stopping the run. We was middle of the pack.
But you can get him.
But listen,
you can get Caldwell at that third pick in the draft for you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about gems here that you can get later. Even Aeneas Peebles.
Okay, we talking about. See, Coach switched it up.
Well,
Jim. Then Coach went to now. Let's talk about somebody that gonna light some fire in the ass.
Right now, what's his name? Can light some fire under you. Caldwell can do that. Okay, Aeneas Peebles comes with a plan. That dude can rush the passer as well, and you could get him maybe in a 6th round. Okay, there's a lot of big bodies going to be out there that's going to be there later on. Okay, that we're talking about. That what Atlanta has been doing for the past couple of years is bargain basement, low floor, high ceiling.
Peoples is only like 290. He ain't that big.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you talk about that, maybe like on a 3rd down as a rotational piece, just go.
He's a 3-tech
so
guy.
Street, right? So a guy like Street could be expendable, or you could bring him in like that in case somebody gets hurt later in the season. Develop them up. Okay. But as of right now, if you talk about like your 1st and 2nd down, if Mason Graham is going, I believe that he might be. You still got your Kenneth Grant, and you could get it on the trade back and still get multiple picks. You can still accrue that 3rd round pick if you want to by moving back.
Well,
to about 20.
The scenario Coach gave.
Yes,
you can do what you're saying and do what we're indicating. You can do both of those things. Because you can still, if you like, who said that? That was who said they don't want to sell their future for the present? Whoever said that, if the future that we talking about is 2026, which is just next season, you still got 2027, where you got a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd round pick. And if we are as good as our coaching, as our front office thinks that we are going to be, then it really don't matter about you having a 1st round pick in 2026. Because if we're really going to be that good, we're already young. We're getting better with going for the gusto this year. We're giving ourselves our best chance to win. And we're building for the future in this draft, and we're going for the gusto in this draft. If we do that, and so we don't get the pick in the 1st or the 2nd round in 2026, whoop-de-damn do. If you make it into contention status, make it to a conference championship at least, you've given yourself the best opportunity to win. And you found a winning formula that you can repeat after every 4 to 6 years. You can keep repeating this. It's what the Eagles are doing. That's why don't nobody talk about their cap space no more. When they were so they can't keep doing what they're doing. They can't keep doing what it. Well,
but
10 years,
it's funny.
3 appearances.
It's funny you said that.
Bowl.
And it's funny you said that because this is how they messed up the first time, where they got that the best team money can buy. And then the owner came in and said that I'm gonna take over from here on out. Okay. It didn't get quite to what they wanted to. He told Howie Roseman, from now on, the keys are yours. I screwed up. That's on me. And Howie Roseman went and saw what they were doing in Georgia. I said, I want that up here. And the rest is freaking history. They made a mistake before with the owner trying to take over. Does that not sound familiar? Rich McKay? He tried to nerf the GM. They was easy. The owner apologized, was able to pivot, and you see what happened now. Okay? That's what I'm. Yes.
Only difference is Roseman was being groomed in Philadelphia the whole time.
But he was still a GM, though. But they just took the power from him.
Every last bit of his career right there in Philadelphia. Yeah. Every promotion right there in Philadelphia.
We don't have that guy here, though.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, we don't have that guy. But we are ahead of the curve in terms of like the New York Giants. We're still ahead of the curve in terms of the Pittsburgh
maybe
Steelers.
We do got that guy.
Who?
I mean, it's a certain somebody. It's a certain somebody that just keep getting promotions, and I can't figure out why.
I don't know how they organizationally. I don't understand how we move organizationally. I don't know how we do it either.
TJA keep getting promotions.
Well, as an OC, I can see him like that, and I'll leave it at that. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. Only thing he has to do is take the Lamborghini and keep it in second. That's all he has to do with this offense. Defensively,
I wonder how close him and Arthur Blank Jr. are.
I don't know. I will say this though: defensively, Ulbrich has more of a climb ahead of him. But again, when they drafted guys, you have guys like Quincy Williams, right? He wasn't a top pick. Jermaine Johnson, late first, maybe, like early second. Will McDonald was a project. I think their top guy, you have like John Franklin Myers, who's now on the Denver Broncos. He was another guy that was on that line. That was wreaking havoc. So, and then they sprinkle in, now you course, like you had your sauce. DJ Reed wasn't a big name coming out. So it was more of like the scheme than anything else. And I think that's what's going to happen now. Is that you're going to see a lot of this stuff like schematically, but it all tailors around the interior of that defense. It all tailors there. It starts there. Once they got Quinnen Williams, everything broke off after that. Everything became easier, like drafting over that. When they say you draft from the interior going back, that's what you do. We did it offensively. Look at our guards. Both our guards good. We just got to get to center. Dolman did well because he had it surrounded by those guards, and we built back. Same thing we got to do with the interior. That's what we got to do. It starts with the interior D-line. I know it's ugly. They're big. They don't get the credit that they're due. But damn, when you have a good one, I would love to have a Chris Jones. I honestly, I would love to have, like, who's another like good defensive tackle out there? Blackberry, Davlin Tomlinson, Derek Brown.
Yeah, Thompson, Derek.
Like
Brown,
Derek Brown, like yeah.
Of course, Williams.
Ding.
Oh wow, Jay! Thank you, Jay Black. $20.
Appreciate you, Jay Black.
Yeah. Like so, when you have like that guy like on the interior, it makes everything so much easier, man. Everything so much. Thank you, Southside. Dexter Lawrence, yes.
Yeah.
Once you got that, and remember, guys, our guys are lighter now. Diablo, lighter guy. Okay, we got to be able to keep him free.
Pain,
and speed.
Pain, one of them dudes.
Pain. That's another one. So you got to now that the way the NFL is going, it looks like they're taking more safeties and making them linebackers. You got to be able to have bigger guys up front that could be able to hold up. so that those guys could roam free. It worked for Ray Lewis, went right into the freaking Hall of Fame. Vita Vea, thank you, Bronx
Vea.
Joker.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to say Vita Vea. Fuck him.
Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons is another one. Jeffrey Simmons got Harold Landry paid again. So,
that's a fact. You know,
that's a fact. He got Harold Landry paid again. So
that scammer from New Orleans.
Oh, don't forget y'all guy. Don't forget y'all guy. Because yes, one could work well over the other, but Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. You see what happens when you unleash hell with both those guys out there. Milton Williams.
Look how what I say. Look. People that can move the line of scrimmage, they move it at the snap of the ball. That's why when we first got Eddie Goldman, we thought that's what we were getting. We thought we were getting somebody that's about to move the line of scrimmage into the quarterback's lap. Now,
Leonard is another one. Yes, Leonard Williams. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what in the hell kind of damn gumbo that boy ate before he came to Atlanta, but whatever it was, they had his ass on the toilet for 2 years.
You know what? It's the same thing that happens every time somebody comes down here. It's like your mind is not right. They look at Atlanta as a final destination and not a place where you can create culture. And that's what I'm basically trying to say right now with the whole Trayvon Walker. Christian Wilkins is another one.
Telling me no.
Like the thing is, like, guys, I'm so sick of it at this point.
Don't do that, Skip.
Yeah, we just get older guys down here and they just like collect that final check and then they move on their way. And they leave us in the worse shape than we was before you got here. I'm done with it. I've seen it. I've seen what they've done in LA, and I don't mean that we have to do it the way that way, but Detroit was a dumpster fire, man. Look what they did. Look at what's happening in freaking in Philly. It can happen quick. The NFL happens like year to year to year. Why can't we do it? What are we overthinking right now? That we have to overpay guys to come down here. You know what? It's Black Hollywood down here. Are you kidding me?
It's the coach.
Why?
It's the coach.
You think it's the coach? Dan Campbell talked about biting people's ankles, and we're talking about the coach? He was out of his mind when he said that.
It's the bad-looking coaching. Sometimes you need to bite the ankle to win a fight. You might have to bite the ankle.
Do you realize the fact that I thought he was out of his mind when he said that, though? Come on, man. You can't say that.
I think he in it right, man. He in the right business with the right mindset. You got to do what you got to do to win, man. And that's why a lot of people now are entertaining the idea of going for the gusto in the draft.
So
give yourself the best chance to win now. Huh? The gusto is aiming as high as that number one pick. What's the number one?
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that. Okay. When you get a guy at number one, again, this goes back to the same thing with Abdul Carter. If you get him, that's juice right there. Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
Now you're saying that there's also, other people that doesn't give you quite that, but he's not that far off. And I'm saying that's Green. Yeah, it comes with the character issues, but that's Green though. But we still are neglecting the interior of this team, and I think we should start there and just build it up.
Yeah,
just build it up, and then it's like just build outward.
But
that's what I'm saying. Yes, sir.
What, Madness?
Yes, sir.
I think where we're disconnecting is what Blackberry is saying, and what we're saying is we can do two things at the same time,
simultaneously.
Oh yeah. I just don't trust that it do it. Yeah, I just don't trust. I don't trust that they can do it. That's all I'm saying. I think that they would trade up if they was to do it. Trade up to fuck up. Okay. That's what I will look at. I think that they will overthink the same reason that they overthought for Jalen Carter. I think that they will overthink for Jordan Davis. Oh, coach, I see you about to get ready to hop off, right?
Yes.
All right, man. See you later, brother.
All right, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all when I see you. So.
All right, coach.
All right, coach.
What do you do?
The coach of coaches. So let me ask you this, Madness. I'm gonna ask you the question and ask us. It was such a profound question.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't make a splash move, like move up to number 1 or number 2 or number 3 in the top 3, let's just say in the top 3, and the opportunity is there, are they really trying to win if they don't do it?
Well, I'll counter with this.
That is how you put it, right, Ant?
Yeah, I think you said it yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So what we saw Detroit take was Aiden Hutchinson, and they built around him. Everything wasn't a top pick. Okay. What happened with Philly is that they took the best where they're at. They got aggressive, but not too aggressive. Right? Jalen Carter fell right into their lap. Jordan Davis fell right into their lap. N'Kobe Dean, Nolan Smith, guys like that. And it's the same thing like Southside.
Right,
we did. There we go. We overthought. See, that's what I'm saying. We overthought. And that's what Southside is saying is like we only take team captains, but those guys were team captains. That's why you could afford to take a risk on a guy with character issues. When you have a N'Kobe Dean, when you have a Nolan Smith and stuff like that, you could take that. We ain't got that here. Who is our team captain defensively that guys look at and we rally around that guy? Did we send him to Chicago? Is it Caden Ellis?
Was he really?
No. I'm saying like guys looked at as like the leader, the de facto leader of the defense. That's what I'm saying. Because who is it? It's not AJ.
You could look. You could say people look at him as the team captain, but is he really that guy that people follow into the?
Well, I would say
battle?
because he's the longest tenured, and he is the biggest talker on the team in terms of this like rallying them in the huddle. But I see what you're saying. People are saying Bates, right. But I'm saying like people are saying like Jesse Bates. Jesse just got here, but that's why I want guys that love football. Number 1, like you gotta love it. You gotta really want it. Okay. Number 2 is they gotta love to be here and want to build something here. And I think those Georgia boys want to. I hear like when they interview these guys, they want to play here. Amazing. They want to play. They want to play here. Why not bring them here and squeeze every last bit amount of effort and being like to work hard and grind hard out of them? Why not? I'm not even talking right. And I'm not even talking about Michael. I'm not even talking about Michael. I'm just talking about this stuff.
Do that.
Okay.
If you do the scenario that we are presenting. Do you want to know how I get that number 1 pick when I do the mock draft?
You set it to easy mode and you put forced trade. Nope. I saw you, BlackBerry.
No, I don't. Nope.
He's trying to start shit. That's
I'm gonna tell you how I do it.
Yes.
I do it exactly the way that Ant and Coach have done it to see what are you willing to sacrifice future picks in the near future, like 2026 and 2027. I do it, and I do it like this. I pay attention to what Tennessee is talking about, or what the talks are around the Tennessee Titans camp. I pay attention to it. They are either on the fence about running it back with Will Levis, or I don't think that they want a rookie quarterback to run his back with. I think they want somebody that they already got some clout in the game. So if it's Kirk Cousins, if we can convince, if Kirk has done a decent enough job with his shenanigans, convincing the rest of the league that he is capable of still going out there and performing at a high level, he just was a little banged up. He had a little boo-boo. If the Tennessee Titans, can buy into that,
Okay.
I'll tell him, all right, we'll give you Kirk. If he want to, if we get a call from Tennessee and we say, hey, Kirk, come to the office today, we're going to talk to you. Lift your trade clause. Tennessee going to start you next year. We going to get him a 2026 second and a 2027 first and second. In you,
Jesus.
and we going to get the first pick. I've gotten it almost every single time I've done a mock draft. And I still got my 15th pick. And then I wasn't done. I believe that this offense can still be quite dynamic without Kyle Pitts on it. And I know a team that wants Kyle Pitts, the Kansas City Chiefs. They sitting at a 31 pick.
Listen to this. Listen to this shit.
You better not say no Travis Kelce though, boy. I'm rolling with him, but if you say Travis Kelce, I'm ending the show, man.
Listen.
Yeah,
you still got to maintain some stability on the offense, though. You can't take it off its balance. So,
no. I'm just saying, like you could draft like an Elijah Arroyo or Gadsden from Syracuse or somebody like
tight end.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to get Travis Kelce in this deal, but as long as you get that 31st pick to get you another first round pick, you can do everything that we're saying, which is go for the gusto, get the best out on the board.
How about this, Blackberry? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Okay, you want to talk about just like okay. Not even Travis Kelce. Why not just go for Creed Humphrey? It's not as sexy, it's not. But there's your center for the next 10 years.
What pick they got?
No, I'm talking about Kansas City, the center from Kansas City. Best center in the league, man. Fill your need right there.
You're not gonna get Creed Humphrey.
Listen.
You're not gonna get
him. Go being coached. The coach just left. You want to talk about the dream killer?
No, I'm just because what I'm saying, when people think about it, it's not that far fetched. It's really not far fetched. It's very doable.
It's been done. Yes, you have a point on that. It's been done before. I'm just looking at the amount of trust that I have.
You got trust.
No. I'm just saying, like, I know, like a dangerous man is a desperate man. And Terry is very desperate. Okay.
Arthur is desperate.
Right. Well, he's trying to do it before he died. I get that. Okay.
I wasn't gonna say it outright.
No, but we already know the handwriting is on the wall,
that's
man.
it, though. Yeah, that's it.
But he trying to get one, or at least like get another. He wants another run. If he can't get one, at least get another run in him. So that he's over there celebrating in the locker room and stuff like that. He wants that again. I think he's an older guy, but he's young at heart. That's why I get that from Blank. I get that from Blank. Like he doesn't look like Jerry. Like Jerry looks like he's a hologram. I don't even think that's a real Jerry. I think Jerry Jones died about 10 years ago. I think that's a hologram that's doing that right now. Okay. Arthur Blank.
The Benz would not be in, my bad, Madness.
Yeah,
the Benz would not be in the Savannah swag. If you show your fan base that you willing to go for the gusto, you doing what you giving your franchise the best opportunity to win. This was smart enough fan base to see that. That's why I asked the question.
Are we?
Well, that's why I asked the question. If we ain't a smart enough fan base to see that, Ant don't even ask that question.
Ant asked that question, yes. But Ant also knows that there's a ton of this fan base still doesn't acknowledge the fact of our best quarterback was not black. And he doesn't acknowledge the past and stuff like that. So when we talking about like our fan base, it's like there's still a level of ignorance there. And that's why we do these shows and stuff like that. No, I'm not saying people are stupid. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like there's a level there's a level of thanks to places like ESPN and all these like people that make these little shows and stuff like that. A lot of people like to take dumps on. It's easy to do that. And the thing is, like, we're not as bad as the Jets. We're not as bad as the Giants. We're not as bad as Cleveland or Tennessee. We're right there, M-E-H, right there in the middle.
That's my point, Magnus.
And that goes back to your point.
That is my whole point.
Shoot, you're saying like, okay, well, we're here. Now let's go here. Now,
I mean,
you try like Ant is saying that he wants to get into like the top 3 in terms of the NFC because San Francisco's reeling right now. Okay, so you're trying to get up there with the Detroits. You're trying to get up there with the LAs. You're trying to get up there with the Phillies, competing every year for supremacy, for the right to go to the Super Bowl. That's what Ant wants to do. Now, what would it take, and who would it take to get it? Because those teams are stacked, and they're not going anywhere for a long time. Those teams are young too. Detroit, the Rams defense, like, they ain't going absolutely nowhere. Okay, they're going absolutely like nowhere. Stafford may be, but they're not going anywhere. And then you got Philly. So, what's your window right now? What's your window that you're giving yourself to try to get to that? Because it can't happen in one season. What you're asking for is like within that one away. Right now, for a team that's strapped financially, we're strapped financially. And we don't have that many. We don't have that many picks, right? So what are we asking here? I'm connecting with y'all, and I believe it can happen, but financially we can't do it. Okay, in terms of like free agents, we can't do it right that way. So what I was saying, that's what I said. The whole like Trayvon Walker, because guess what? We got a quarterback on his rookie deal. So yeah, you can do that. Like what you're saying, you can do that. This is the time where you can take the risk. So bring that boy home. And then build with him.
He is in his prime.
He didn't even hit his prime yet.
No,
he's
only in his second year.
He's going in his 4th year. Yeah, he in his prime right now.
Wait. He's what, 24?
He's going in his 4th year.
How Trey that old? Like he's 25?
I know this is his 4th season. I know this is gonna be his 4th season.
But again, see, this is where you hit him with that 50. But here, this is where you hit him with that 5th year option. Afterwards, you pay Drake, right? Now your core is there, right? And then you could pay him afterwards. But what I'm not going to do is pay no 31, 32-year-old or however the hell old is Trey Hendrickson, or Micah Parsons 140. I don't want to do that now. I want to do that later. But I want to bring that boy home though. Seriously, I want to bring him home, and I'm connecting with you guys on that sense. And now that shows your fan base, hey, okay, yeah. you got me a Kenneth Grant. Like later on, you give me like a Jamari Caldwell. Okay, I see where we're going here. I see where we're going. We're building a defense. Let's go. I see it now. You got Divine Diablo. Okay. Mike Hughes, you got Fuller. Oh, he's 24. Okay, you got AJ. Okay, that looks like something. Now we're competing. I mean, we was competing last year, but thanks to Kirk, but we was competing for the division. But now it looks like something. Now it's like, okay, I'm confident that we can go into Philly and give them a run. I'm confident that we can go into Detroit and give them a run. I want that run back with Washington. Y'all basically got away with that one, but. When you do those things, though, Blackberry, I like where you're going with that. But bring that kid home. It starts with him. Let him come here where he wants. These guys want to play here. They want to play here. Blackberry, let them do it.
The ones that's younger, that a lot of people believe in that's coming in the draft. They believe the same thing. Now I know he young still. I get it, and he proven in the league. So you're right. But for him, what you gonna do it with him with at the most 2 seasons? Because you're not gonna give him a max contract at his position.
Why not?
Trayvon Walker.
Why not?
Because you got a quarterback on a rookie deal. You got Jesse Bates getting paid. You got AJ Terrell getting paid.
Now, okay. I see what you're saying there. That's why you draft another defensive back. maybe you don't need to give Terrell like that second. But you already know that the cap is but the cap is going up. Okay, we already know the cap is going up. That's number one. That's good. But you have to also keep drafting great players as well. So eventually you're going to have to draft AJ's replacement. I mean, AJ's still young. You know, I'm not worried about Jesse. I think Jesse wants to be here. But the growing rate for safety money is not as great. So I'm not worried about that. But my main thing is like I wanted to take care of Drake. Yeah. Drake is my number one priority.
Drake coming up. Yeah.
Drake coming up Nick. We got to do it now. We have to do it. And I think that's what making a lot of moves. Because we have to move enough money to be able to pay him, because I don't want to play that chicken game that Cincinnati played. Okay. I think he's going to probably be within like that CeeDee Lamb type of I don't think he's going to get Chase. He's not that guy, but I think he's in like that CeeDee Lamb area where he can get that money about right there. So we got to take care of him.
I didn't want to pay Grady. I was ready to let Grady walk. I don't know what you talking about, bro. You talking about
no, but see, okay, everybody right now, let's we appreciate what Grady did here. We did, but we could only go but what we have right now. Our longest tenure Falcon right now is Mr. Reliable, Jake Matthews. You know, let's concentrate on that. Jake has not taken he hasn't tapered off yet. He's just steady. That's what he is at that point. He's steady. This is what I'll also do. In terms of, you talk about trading guys that wants to play here. There's a guy that is rotting on the bench in Pittsburgh. His name is Broderick Jones. He played for the University of Georgia. They drafted his replacement. He is basically rotting on the bench right now. If you bring him here, well, basically for nothing, maybe like a seventh, and let him learn under Grady. They had him playing right tackle. He's a left tackle. Broderick Jones is a left tackle. I don't know why they have him at 310 pounds over there, but whatever. I don't get it. But let him learn under Ledford, and with Lindstrom, and you have Berger on it. He has no choice but to get even better. So again, you get him. Okay, now you got somebody that could possibly protect the MP9's backside if you're moving on from McGarry. McGarry's going to be 32 years old. I think we have to move off of him too. So Caden, we appreciate what you did. You got to go. Okay. McGarry, we appreciate what you did. You got to go. We got to keep getting younger. But to go with what Blackberry is saying, just straight up, I'm calling for Trayvon. And I understand, like, yes, you could possibly get that production, but we're talking about culture here. Added to that production. Georgia Dogs want to play in the Dome. They do. So this is about a whole thing where it's like having pride and not just saying like this is just a job by putting that stuff on. I already seen Kirk Cousins treat this like a job. I already seen like other guys like Eddie Goldman, Sweaty Eddie treat this like a job. I want guys that want to play for that logo, man. I want people to play for that logo. What's up?
It keeps coming up every single season. It seems that Georgia a stud Georgia defender is within our grasp, and we don't do it. I'm telling y'all.
They were talking about that on PFF, the PFF podcast. They're like, we don't know why Atlanta does not draft Georgia players. They always say that.
Feeling, man, whether it's through a trade, whether it's through free agency, or whether it's through the draft,
they will not.
When we do it, y'all. When we do it, you got a quarterback.
Yes.
And let's just let's keep it a buck. When you got a quarterback, the sky's the limit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
all. Look, we got that
standout Georgia boy.
But you know what, Blackberry? The fact that we got a guy that reflects the culture of Atlanta. Yes. Oh, it look like we got breaking news. What's up, Ant?
Jude just dropped this video that we are hosting Q Robertson for a pre-draft visit.
Yeah. That's did I tell you? I told you. I told you about Q, boy. Like, look, if you actually see his real name, we just gonna call him. Is it Q or is it like Spanish, like K? Q K.
Q.
Como? ¿Qué?
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo está? No, but okay. But I see what and when I hear you guys talk about it, the guys that live in the trenches of Atlanta, not gentrified Atlanta, but you guys that bleed that red, it's special to y'all. When y'all go to that, when y'all talk about Fulton County, when y'all talk about the Georgia Dome, when y'all talk about coming down there and watch, it's not just you're going to an event. It's special to you guys because you guys feel so connected to the way y'all feel connected to the University of Georgia. It's the same thing like with the folks. Y'all have a certain level of pride. So we're talking about culture. That's it. There were people that live there. I'm only explained. Yes.
What you just explained is why the general fan base down here are so passionate and want instant gratification. Because I'm not gonna put myself in the category with them because I know how to separate reality from fantasy. But because I will agree that most of our fan base don't know how to do that. But the reason why they have that passion is because of what you just explained. The Falcons became a part of your household family back in the day. They became part of the family. So no matter what they go through, and no matter what you go through, as long as the Falcons are downtown, they are family. And we want to win now because it's time. It's time. I said when I said it was time for Matt Ryan to leave, I got a lot of flack from Matt Ryan supporters.
You did,
but it was the truth.
But it's the passion, though.
It's the passion. It's the fact that when it's time to move on so that we can finally get ahead is what you got to do. I have to do it in business. When I've got equipment that I've done grown attached to, I got to remember at the end of the day, it's just equipment. I need to move on. It's part of the business. And as the fan base sees the business itself on the business end of it, sometimes we don't want it to be explained. Sometimes we want it to be shown to us. That's the explanation that we need most of the time. Show us. That's why when Ant asked that question yesterday, I said, man, that is a profane question.
Yes, I did say that.
Because that question does not have any religion attached to it whatsoever.
Right.
It's a question that finally somebody done asked that when you get the
we
answer,
don't talk about it.
Yo, you're going to have to talk about it.
But you know what, though? You see what happening right now? I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. Because that's the passion that we're talking about. Just because 2 + 2, and look, 2 + 2 and 2 × 2 is still equals 4. We just see it differently. That's all it is. And it's seeing it in one way. I'm seeing it like in a different way or whatever. But it's like that passion that we're coming together as men and women, as fans of the team and stuff like that. And we're like, look, we all want the same thing. Like, look, I'm a transplant, man. I'm a dude from New York that happened to be watching Fox 5 one day, and I saw a team dancing
doing
in the NFC Championship. I seen it, and I don't know, maybe from a different life, I might have been from down there. Okay, I never made it down there until about like a few years ago, and then I came back for the game and stuff like that. But I felt like I belonged there. When I took my stepson down there. Now, normally he's like in one of these, like, when you get to like these blue ribbon schools, like in high school, like in middle school, stuff like that, you don't see a lot of people that look like you. I took him down there with me. Okay. Like I said, he don't get a lot of people that look like him and stuff like that. He felt like he belonged. When he had the drum line outside and stuff like that, his eyes like lit up. It's something about this city. I'm telling you right now, like if you've never been there before, for those people that may live abroad, all our brothers and sisters like bonded through, Falcon fandom, that you may be overseas or whatever like that. I promise you, if you've never been there before, it's something that it has nothing to do with what the media talks about, like with freak nigga stuff like that. It's just the level, like the way Deion Sanders said it when he first got there. When you see like black prominence,
yes,
you don't see that everywhere. I don't see that up here.
Power, yeah.
I don't see that up here a lot. And I live in freaking New York, okay? But when I hear you guys talk about it, like I said, I'm just a transplant that's still trying to get into like this culture. When I hear you, I learn from you guys like every day and stuff like that. But like when I'm talking about this stuff and I get around guys that know what they're talking about in terms of the coaches, like I want us to have the same passion and fever like Philly got. Okay. Yeah. That's why I don't like them that much. Okay.
They don't like don't nobody.
They don't like me either.
Don't nobody like Philly.
Right. But up here, it's a regional thing. The way you guys are like with New Orleans. You know, see, like I said, I'm a transplant because I wasn't down there doing the whole thing, but I damn sure was up here when like during the New York Philly game, stuff like that. It's real. Okay. It's like I said, when it comes to like Atlanta, I just feel like that I freaking belong here, man.
Me. I
feel like, yes. So when I saw that, I was instantly hooked. And then I started learning about the
Redskins family on my dad's side. So
you understand.
Me, I understand.
You understand. Yes. You want, and you got like look, the people are blowing up in the comment section right now. Y'all know that things what I'm saying. I'm not lying to y'all. But we have to get people that's in these prominent positions within our team to understand that. And that's why you have to be able to draft guys that's from the area because you'll play harder. Your family's watching you.
Madness. That's what they missing. When we try to put our finger on what is it that's missing, why can't we get over this hump? That's what's missing. You can go get energy is a real thing, man.
Yes.
This city allowed this football team. Let me change that. This football team allowed itself to adopt the cultural influence of the city that it was in when Deion Sanders brought in Too Legit. When he brought in MC Hammer to stand on the sidelines, you got the code. You already now we are identifying as this is what this team is about. It's about the city that it live in. The city ain't about the team. The team is about the city.
Yes.
When we did that, it resonated with not just people in Atlanta. It resonated with black people all over, people of color all over.
Yeah.
It's only been one team in any sport over history to do that. It was the Falcons.
Yeah. Unified through that. Yeah.
Right. So regardless of how much talent you go get, Matt Ryan, best quarterback we've had, couldn't get over that hump.
Right.
In my opinion, Mike Smith, best coach we had. But he was basic. Couldn't get over the hump.
Right.
When you look at the offenses we've had, man, we got guys. We done had some Tony Gonzalez. Are you kidding me?
Well, hold on, Black. Let's back it up. Let's back it up. Because somebody said Baltimore in there. And damn sure when I talk about team building, we all don't go no further than Baltimore. Now let's talk about that for a second, man.
Okay.
Baltimore did not, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, brother. My bad, man. But
you good.
You talking here, right here, man. And he's talking right now, man. Because when we talk about building a team, because people said that we don't draft Georgia players. Who's the two-time back-to-back national champions? Last time I checked, who is it?
Georgia.
Thank you. And the thing is, what did Baltimore do when they needed somebody? They needed a symbol for their new football team. Who did they draft? God, let's just God, he was a talker too. He bought 50 I don't know, 50 something. I don't know, man. He's some sort of like Hall of Fame bug. Yeah, I don't know, man. But they drafted him, right? Yeah, it's some guy. Some guy. Louis Riddick. Louis Riddick. I think it was Louis Riddick. That's what they drafted. Jonathan Ogden. That's who it was. It was Jonathan Ogden. No, but for real, Yeah, Lewis Ray, Corey Gray.
Yeah, Lewis Ray.
Right.
Lewis Ray. No, but you see what he came in. Culture change. What they do? They went and got his running mate, Ed Reed.
And boy.
And what hold on. It don't stop there though.
Oh,
they went and got Tony Siragusa because he's a smaller linebacker. They went and got Sam Adams, a smaller linebacker, because he's a smaller linebacker.
So
they went and got T Sizzle. They went and got T Sizzle.
Okay. Let's ask the question.
No, we're not
ask
done yet.
The question.
Hold on. No, we're not done yet though, because he went and got Chris McAllister, another guy. Yeah. Not big name. What happened? What did they do? Okay, they went and got there he is again.
Underrated.
Olodi Nada.
Very underrated.
Facts.
Look, here's the thing though. It's like, okay, our offense, and the thing is, if you remember, their head coach was an offensive mind, but he was able to change though. Yeah. And say we're gonna run the ball down your throat and try to stop it with Jamal Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
They got to the point where they said all we need is 10 points.
Yep.
All we need is 10 points. That's all. Okay, so when you get guys that talk about culture, look where they came from. They didn't come from Maryland, the University of Maryland. They came from Miami, someplace where they was winning all the time.
They was winning.
They were winning. They understood what winning was, winning culture. And he brought his homies with him, like with Ed Reed and all that. They understood the assignment. And once they got there and established the culture, they brought other guys with them. We need that. But we won't sit there and go draft down the freaking block, though. Yeah, go ahead and draft Nick Thornton. Luther Burden. Go on ahead. Go on ahead. Go. Yeah. Yes. Ozzie was so underrated as a GM.
That's facts.
He understood. And he was like progressing, right? But he understood, like, in the AFC North, this is how it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is how we're going to be. Point blank. And then what happens? Later on, they keep kicking that can down the road. They draft a guy as a project, Lamar Jackson. Oops, I don't want to say that because I know how people feel about that down here. But they drafted Lamar Jackson. He fell past everybody down there, okay? And they ended up developing him with a special teams coach as your head coach. Where they do that at? Have you ever seen somebody that gets hired from that was on special teams as a head coach? John Harbaugh? I never seen that before. Usually it's offense or defense. They went special teams. Saw something in them.
First I can think of.
So my question is, right, is we look at these things, right? Mm-hmm. And they're not, they didn't, it's not the fact that they didn't reach for it, but they were always, they saw things before it happened. And I think as an organization, like from the top down, not even on the player sense, but in the organizational sense, you got to see these things before it happened. If you see that there are people that's drafting guys and they're down the road from you, that's what makes it so frustrating. It's not like it's in Miami, you have to travel. It's not like they're going to Tulane, Michigan, Ohio State. No. Winning is down the road. Georgia has plenty of high school teams that are in state championships year after year after year. And you sit there, you go over there, and you look at them as they're developing, and you see them in college, and like, nope.
Man, the state nationals, representing state nationals. Cedar Grove High School, representing Georgia in state nationals.
Yes.
I mean, come on, man. I remember when we used to see Cedar Grove on the schedule and say them lamb chops. We coming to get that.
Oh, facts.
But now they represent Georgia in the nationals.
Yeah, they tops the top. Yeah.
But look at this here, and they understand this, man. He said, "I'm afraid that at the top, McKay is scared to push the chips in. Scared money don't make money." But that's the reason why your president has any fingertips on your drafting process. Why?
Now, wait a minute. Now we can't contradict ourselves, Falcon fans. You can't contradict yourself. You can't talk about they spending too much money sometimes, and then go say they afraid to spend money. Because when we talking chips equals money. So when you talking chips, you better be talking about what you really mean. Because if you really mean they need to go get Trayvon Walker and do whatever it take to go get them, say that.
No. See, let me back that up. Let me let me back that up with that. I'm not saying, because I'm gonna give you what you asked for. Now, if you're saying, and I've looked at every kind of scenario, and it's saying like maybe a second exchange, and you can have him. I don't lose a 2. I get your 2, and I get your 2 plus him. That's fine. Troy, give me that 44. You ain't doing nothing with it. You ain't doing nothing with it. Take 43. Last person that take 43, he ain't doing nothing, just like you.
Right.
So a certain guy named Michael. Okay, so I ain't gonna say his name because we know Black feel about Gohan.
3.
About Gohan. Yeah.
I ain't even gonna disrespect Gohan like that.
Hey, listen, no. If you know the story of Gohan, Gohan is the woulda, shoulda, coulda. That's the way it always is, like this whole story.
Not on the new, not on the new story.
No, the new one, yes. Yes, the new one, yes. But how long? It took us 30 years to get here.
Oh, it took a while.
It took us 30 years to get here.
It took a while.
But anyway, shout out to Dragon Ball Z, man. It took for the guy to freaking die for Gohan to become Beast. I don't mean that like that, but I'm just saying.
But look, we gotta have discussion though.
Listen, but Ant, yes, but it must, like the way I feel, it must feel twice as hard for you guys because you see them, you know these guys almost like they're your family. Like you probably know Trayvon because some people might even went to school with him, man. Or they know Michael, family, man. Yeah, so you probably seen Michael. You probably seen Michael. You probably seen Malachi, like in high school. You grew up with him or something like that. So when you say that, it's like my favorite pro team is snubbing my kind of distant cousin or whatever because of
what? It's
Tack McKinley.
Oh man, no, don't say that.
No, but you know what I'm saying though. But you know. Like who did we take instead of Jalen Carter? We took Bijan that year, right?
Yes.
Did we took Bijan that year, right?
Yeah, we took Bijan.
Now question for the panel, question for the comment section. Are you okay with that? I know what Bijan is, and we know he's special. He is special. Jalen's special too. Okay, now I'm just saying, are you guys good? 2 years later, I'm not going to ask. I was going to ask last year or whatever, but 2 years later, are you okay with that, or was you okay with running it back with Tyler, seeing what he did? So, how do y'all feel about that?
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted him.
Jalen? You wanted Jalen, or you wanted Bijan?
I wanted Jalen.
Okay, a lot of people did.
Because I mean, we could have found a slasher, you know.
Now, you going back to what we were saying, and Philadelphia's locker room was built for a guy coming in like that because he had his boys there, and that goes back to, again, here we go, circling back again, our culture. Grady, you couldn't mentor him? Did you want to? Like, kind of bring him along, have a running mate with you? Did you want to do that? Like, was those conversations had before we let him go? Can you be a mentor, a third down pass rusher? No, I want to be an every down guy. Well, there's no place for you here, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, can you imagine? Like maybe that conversation happened, right? Oh shoot!
Look, coach.
Yes, that's Will.
The big Will gonna tell you, hey,
he gonna tell you, he's like, we don't need him.
We don't need him now. We don't need him now.
Right.
But
yeah,
I'm never that fan or that guy that is not okay with taking a really good player over another really good player.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't care. Just make it work. Make
that's
it
your
work.
job as a coaching staff. Make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's your job. Make it work. You made the decision to go to do it. Make it work. Now, if it's passing up, if it's passing up JJ Watt and getting Jamal Anderson.
Oh my God.
I got a problem with that. I got a huge problem with that.
I got a problem with that.
All right.
In real time. Not in hindsight, in real time.
Real time.
Listen, and once we start talking about that, it's time to end the show.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say your goodbyes, brother, because we only been for 3 hours.
Hey man, look, we appreciate y'all for for supporting us, staying here for all 3 hours.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
whole football game, man.
In order for us to take winning seriously, we have to have these type of conversations.
Yes.
It's a must. Which side of the fence you're on, it doesn't matter. We have to be willing to come to the table and talking about it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all come back. Hey, stay tuned.
Yeah, man. Oh, let me finish these questions real quick before BlackBerry go. It said, these are real quick though. Whoa, do y'all actually think us signing Fuller will stop us from drafting Starks if he's still available at 15? Could, but then we also could double dip.
Yeah, it's not for sure, but he could.
Yeah, but I think that if he free falls, if Malachi free falls, because a lot of people don't value the safety position the way we think they do. Now, the thing is with me is that I think Malachi is a football player. He's not a safety. He's a football player, like Brian Branch. Okay,
like Brian Branch.
You said that.
Like Brian Branch, like CJ Gardner-Johnson. Look at where these guys are, and look at the impact that they have.
Yes.
CJ Gardner-Johnson and your Brian Branches, and guess what? Rich McKay cost us that pick with Brian Branch because Terry wanted him.
Yep.
And Rich McKay said no. And that was before Terry. They gave the reins to Terry. So I don't understand how he took this job.
Well,
because, but
guess what? Guess who's not in power anymore?
Well,
Rich
McKay. So that makes you think, and that's why I was thinking for a couple of weeks. And if you ask Jerome, I thought Malachi was the pick because it's kind of like those guys don't come around a lot, like football players.
Right.
That's smart and instinctual and stuff like that, You know
what?
See, I don't want to start nothing else up, man.
No, man.
See, I didn't want to start nothing up. See,
think about it like later. Think about this though. Even though we just signed a safety, but he's not just a safety.
No.
He can play like a nickel or whatever. He can play in the slot, whatever. If he's there and you really value him, get him. Don't be scared. Get him.
Yeah, and you just plug him anywhere. I think he has even a more impact than a Jalen Walker because now everybody's like pointing, like poking holes in Jalen Walker, saying his arm's too short. So I don't understand. But anyway, Crockett, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. But Nick has versatility too, but he's kind of comp to like a Cam Chancellor, so he might be more of like a cover 3 or whatever. But like I said, you don't get that kind of intelligence. Like when they took him into the film room and they put that whiteboard in front of him and told him like to see what route concepts or whatever, he blew them out of the water. Malachi's a smart player. You don't get that. Like you can have athletes. There's a difference between an athlete and I know swag. I know there's a whole nother out. Listen, my daughter's calling me, man. I only got a couple of hours.
Thank you, swag.
I know. But go ahead, BlackBerry. Go ahead.
Oh man, listen, man. It's a Ant done started something, man, and I think it's something that we really need to be having real discussions about as a fan base. Let's get off of the we get it. There's a cap. We get it. But let's let the GM and Beatles Let's let them worry about the cap. It's ways to get what you want and still be able to build the team that you need to build.
Yeah.
Especially when we're talking about the draft, because it's plenty of ways to cut fat, cut bait, and get fresh meat in here that can do the job. We gonna pick up the conversation again on Let's Be Clear on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, the home team with Blackberry. That's Blackberry, no C, just the K.
Hey, there it is.
And
man, ask and you shall receive. It is the OTC right here, man. Let me tell you something, man. It says below my name, defensive player of the year, but you better understand like how your bills are being paid right now. 3 hours of work, 3 hours of dedication, 3 hours of relentless conversation, bouncing back and forth. There is absolutely none, and I mean no drop off on this show. You better right now see when I get this championship belt right here over my shoulder, I just start to talking. That's what I do. I just start talking. I can't shut up. I'm gonna shut up right now because my daughter called me. I'm cutting a promo right now. Prove it. Stop it. Okay. What he said? Magnus was in an abusive relationship and he's breaking up with all y'all. That's right. John Cena.
Oh,
John
wow.
Cena.
Yeah, the John Cena promo.
Got the John. That's right. You guys deserve nothing. You talk about what do we get? What do we get? You get nothing until next Sunday.
I was not expecting that too, man. I was not expecting that. I thought he was gonna go a whole totally different route. That caught me off guard.
That guy sounded like me talking to my daughter in a toy store. You guys deserve nothing. Okay, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Today was the best day of your life, but to us, it was just Sunday. See you next week. I got my belt back, man. I'm shining this thing. I'm bringing it back. Prove it. Thank you for bringing it out of me, brother. Promo over.